Sorry about the double play of that video. I realized I didn't share it on Twitter. /X nowadays is what they call it. So I needed to make sure I did that. So welcome tonight. It is another Comic Creators Hangout. Guys, if you were here and you're watching, I see some people are watching, go ahead and leave a comment. If you have a comic that is out and you replied to any of my messages to come on the show tonight, go ahead and reply and let me know that you're here, that you want to come on, and let's get you on, get you all taken care of. My name is Travis Gibb. I am the co-owner of Orange Comb Productions. We are a comic book studio, and we do these creator hangouts. Every time we have a project live, we hang out with some of our best friends and talk about what's cool on Kickstarter. So I'm going to bring some of my friends on. We're going to talk about what they have going on, what I have going on. It's going to be a good night. So let's get this show on the road. First, because he was last week, we are going to get my buddy Matt Knowles on the program.
How are you? What's up? I get to be first today. How you doing, Travis? I'm good. Super stoked for tonight, man. We're going to have a good night. We got some good people up in here. We got some people that are biting. We got some people that are cat scratchy. We got some people with sick rim glasses. Man, I've seen this crew you got in here, man. There's a great crew that's going to be up here hanging out with us tonight.
Nice. What's up, Total Excellence? Travis, don't you have a bedtime? I do have a bedtime, and it is now. But I'm going to stay up just for you people. Just for you. I'm actually really tired tonight. I have so much things I should be doing, but I'm going to be staying up tonight. But if you're watching on Facebook, those are the people I need to make sure your comments are working, so please comment on Facebook. But yeah, let's get somebody else out here. Before I do though, Matt, I always like to make it personal. Big matches this weekend in Orlando for soccer. Are you going to any of these inaugural games?
So I will say this, I'm not going, but here's something too that's interesting. I am keeping my eye on it because right now the MLS has locked out all the officials. And so all the officials that could be at the game, it's one of those, if they go, it's kind of like, are they breaking the picket lines kind of thing? So it's going to be very interesting to see how these games go down. Definitely paying attention to it though.
Will you get invited? Are you at the low? Are you at the picket line? Can you be a what is that, a scabber?
Could I be a scab? They have to go pretty far down the line to get to me to be a scab because I'm definitely not at the MLS level. But I've refed like 2 levels below the MLS.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, I want you to be a scabber, Matt. I hope that you get that opportunity. All right. Let's get my buddy. So this is one of my good friends in comics. He is one of the hardest working comics. I never spent enough time with him. His name is Ben. How are you, Ben?
Hey, Travis. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
No, always. You are always welcome in anything I do. How's things going?
Pretty well. Launched yesterday. Going pretty good. So.
Well, I look forward to hearing all about these vixens, these lovely ladies. It's good to see a non-sea creature coming out of your stuff, but still bathing suits galore. So
I'm trying to expand my my scope beyond mere monsters.
And I don't think I've ever had this gentleman on. Oh, look, it's Tom. Hey, Tom. He knows that Matt guy.
Good. I know that Tom guy.
So this gentleman, he's worked with the Baggs brothers, who I am very akin to. They're like Orange Cone adjacent or interns. We have them in enough project. We love the Baggs brothers. Matt, you've worked with the Baggs brothers.
Yeah, Baggs brothers are great, man.
Raymond's worked with the Baggs brothers. Hey, Raymond.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Sean was excellent. I had him as a colorist on the one comic.
Yeah. That was for the Fallen, right?
Yeah.
Did you have who lettered that?
Who layered it? Sean lettered that one too.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome to the show. I don't think you've ever been on my show before, so welcome.
No, this is my first time.
So welcome. We'll tell you all the rules and everything as we get going, and then we've got Kat. Kat is back this week.
Hey guys.
Bringing up the cat scratch fever up in here, as Matt said. So hope everything is well over there. How are you tonight?
A little tired, but doing good.
Okay, all right. We're all a little tired, I think. I think that's the secret. And the partner in crime is watching, Matt.
That's right.
Hey, I know that Tom guy too. We once had dinner at Wendy's.
And I know that. Oh, wow. Tom, see, Matt and I have been talking about this off the air a few times. We knew Tom was a little classy with the ladies, but Wendy's, I did not expect. I thought he was McDonald's, but he will go that extra dollar for the Wendy's.
Damn, especially nowadays. Now Wendy's is like $16 for the basic combo meal, man.
Mhm.
Right. Ever since they got 2 types of Frosties, they've been really cocky
I know.
over there. Frosty's everything.
Yeah,
See,
hey,
Tom knows.
I heard in a few weeks they're coming out with an orange Frosty. Getting fancy.
And this gentleman, Joey will show up anywhere, which is great. You never know where Joey's going to show up. I had a Monday meeting with my publisher. Joey's there barking orders at me, telling me what's up. How are you, Joey?
I'm doing great. Hey, listen, that's what they pay me to do. They pay me to follow you around and tell you what to do, right?
So you're a paid stalker? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Man.
I mean, Matt, you've known me long enough. Like, leaving me to my own devices is probably not the best idea. I think that's a good goal.
Yeah, if they do that, there's going to be like 12 campaigns launching next month from Travis if somebody's not reining you in, right?
Right. So let's
Just a
hold the
couple
back
this
over.
time. Just a couple this time. And make sure you label your files when you send them. Just kidding.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. All right. And last but not least, though, I do think we're going to get a few more guests tonight. I've got a couple of other people who've asked for links who have not shown up yet. But we've got Mr. Andrew. How are you, good sir?
Hey, a little sick tonight, but happy to be here. My campaign's finishing up tomorrow, so I wanted to pop in here. Thanks for having me on.
Nice. Well, we'll get you through first so you can take off. I understand how it's been sick. My whole family's been sick, so I totally get it. In fact, I just heard the news from my wife that my daughter may not be going to school tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
So she had a sore throat today, and she's just not feeling it. And it's a half a day tomorrow, so it is what it is. But I told the kids I'm gonna bring them to McDonald's tomorrow. So how do you do that? Do you reward them if they skip school? I don't know. These are the questions that parents have to ask, right? Do you still honor your commitment, or
They only get the drive-through, not the play center.
Ooh, yeah, but the other kid didn't do anything wrong. He went to school.
Oh, the other kid can go to the play place, and one kid has to sit in the car and watch through the window at the
Right,
playing.
And make sure you're up watching the whole time so I can see you, because I don't want anybody kidnapping you in the parking lot. And we've got my good friend Jerry here. How are you, Jerry?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. I'm always fascinated. I was fascinated last week by this backdrop. Is this an office? What is going on in the backdrop? It looks like maybe you have your own like executive trailer. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I wish it was that fancy. So this is basically the closet in my house. I'm gonna see if I can, without unhooking all my hard drives, I'm gonna see if I can rotate here. So this is like a little tiny room off of my living room at home. Just over this direction are tools, and like if I can rotate any further, it's like Easter decorations and Halloween are over here.
I like it.
My bike's hanging up over here.
Okay.
Rollerblades, with dust.
But you can look super professional if you keep it in this one little
That's it.
Right.
Actually, you know what I do? If I do this, hang on right here. So that's wrapping paper from Christmas, and that's an old bed frame. But if I just do this,
it's good. I like
right?
it. I like
Solid,
it.
Right?
You just need a poster in that one little corner to show that you're going to Zoom.
I had something up there, but the problem is my light hits it and then you can't see it. So it's just like a ball of light then behind me. So it's dumb, but it's preferable.
So tonight, like I said, we are going to be talking about all these wonderful campaigns. We're going to talk about what's going on in Kickstarter. We're going to try to raise some money. We're going to show you all the cool things that are on Kickstarter. Have a good time with it, kind of hang out, do some good stuff. I know some of you guys launched today. Joey launched today. Some of you guys were here last week, but they still haven't funded. So I'm going to keep bringing them on. If you don't want to see their faces, just give them money. Like, it's really easy. The only person who's not going to go away is me, because, it's my fucking show and I'll do what I want. But other than that, we're going to get some cool stuff going on. We're going to see where people are. I'm going to bring up my trusty piece of paper here. Let's see if this is good. Can I write on this? Yes, I can. So I had a weird. I'll tell you a little small story. So I'm a type 2 diabetic, but I'm not too bad. But I need medicine. And randomly they just started saying I can have medicine and like sending me stuff. And so I called my doctor. I was like, "What's this medicine?" No one knows what it is, but I'm approved from my. I don't know if someone's getting medicine in my name, and if they need medicine enough to use my name, like, good on you. As long as I'm not paying for it, I don't care. And then to bless us with our presence, to allow us to be on Kickstarter, the King is here to bestow his blessing to allow us to exist on Kickstarter.
Oh, I was wondering who you were calling that.
Blessed be thy name.
I was
Pat
like,
Shand.
oh my God, it can't be Pat Shand.
I thought he was saying Jerome Gagnon was going to be joining us, but then he went and pulled out the Pat Shand. I feel like he just threw the Trump card down there on us.
Is that Charlie? Charlie must be behind Pat, right?
Oh,
I'm sorry. It's like the first thing I've ever said to you, Pat, and I really apologize. It was out there, presented itself, and I felt like I had to go for it. I apologize.
Oh, hey, it's all good. Nice to meet you.
You too, buddy.
So
I'll just tell you, Jerry, one time he had to flip a name tag for someone who insulted him, and he didn't like doing that to Pat. So,
I'll be careful. I'll be careful.
Hello.
How are you tonight, Pat Shand? How are you?
I'm good. I'm chilling. My cats are causing fucking havoc downstairs. Who knows what's going on there?
Do you have the crew downstairs tonight? Are they all packing, or is this?
No. I'm home now. They pack out about an hour away from here. So not tonight, but maybe in a future stream.
Your packing center is an hour away from where you live?
Long Island's pretty big, bro. I'm out in Suffolk, there in Nassau. I make the drive about twice or 3 times a week, but I've thought about moving closer. I just kind of love it here, you know?
Well, but I guess too, if it's Long Island, you could be an hour away and it's like 2 miles down the street. So I get, I'm thinking Florida where like an hour like means Orlando, not like, where I can see an hour away, but it's going to be a lot of traffic.
Yeah. It's, the reason why it's there is it's closer to everybody else. They all live in a 15-minute radius. It's, we turned my childhood home, the back half, into our publishing studio. So they all just, still live around there. So they have easy access. Me, not so much, but it's all right.
Dude, that's awesome.
Did you move your parents out? You're like, look, I'm selling too many comics. You guys have to move. I'm so sorry.
That's fucking dead, Travis. Okay.
Oh, number 2. I'm with you. I feel you.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Hey, mine too. Now that I think about it.
Gang shit, my mom, she's very small. She's about 4 foot tall, so she takes up a very small area. Moved her into a broom closet, and the rest of the house is just all ours.
So what you're saying is you moved her into the space between a couple of stacks of books?
Pretty rough one, but yeah.
Boom! Boom!
Nailed it.
All right. So let's get started here. Let's get Andrew up here since he's not feeling well, so he can take off real quick. Andrew, you are back live on Kickstarter. This is, you said the last day?
Yeah, I got tomorrow. It ends. We did a campaign in January, didn't succeed, but now we're back here with our Starry Universe metal trading cards, pillows, pins, all your favorite art again. So I'm just looking for a modest 650.
Okay.
And we're getting close. I think we're going to hit it. We just need a little push to close out.
Nice. Okay. So it's just a couple of pins and some cards here.
Yeah, there's going to be 17 different metal trading cards. If we happen to get to 1,000, there'll be an 18th card.
Okay.
You can get individual cards. You can get sets. And the add-ons, you can get the comics again if you missed it last time.
Nice. Okay. So you got a couple people getting the physicals and stuff. All right. Nice. And what made you decide to do this campaign?
I want to get issue 2 started.
Okay.
The last campaign I tried in January was a new IP,
Right.
Dark Angel, and we didn't have much conversion from our Star universe, but we have a lot of people waiting for issue 2. So I wanted to get a little jump start on the cash for that.
Well, we got you at 478 with 11 backers. Let's try to get you at least a backer because you're leaving tonight. You're not going to stick with us. We'll try to get you to 490 and 12 backers. Let's see what we go.
We just had one ad.
There you go. See, you're already getting on your way on where you need to go. I actually didn't even know this was live, my friend. Like that's how out I am. I was just like, I thought your old campaign was still live. I was like, oh, it's still live? Because that's how my campaign.
It was a quick. I got enough followers to kick it off, and it was a short little 15-day campaign. So.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So are you taking off now, or are you going to stick around for a little bit, or you want to go now?
A little bit longer. Probably.
Okay. All right. Well, whenever you need to leave, just message us in the private. We'll make sure we say goodbye.
Thanks.
All right. Let me get this and get it shared out on the Facebooks. Let's see. So we'll do that. All right, let's get that out there. All right. Let's get that up. Let's see Starry Universe getting some merch though. Next up, let's go to Matt Knowles. Matt,
what's up?
I heard you reveal the whole song today, which is pretty cool.
That wasn't the whole song. It was a longer part of the song. So we used to have a 15-second trailer. It was just a teaser, so you could hear a little clip of the song that was coming. Today we actually released the full actual campaign video. It's 1 minute and 10 seconds long, so it's 1 minute and 10 seconds of the song, but it's actually now has the full trailer that's there as well. So I know if there's one person on this thing that's going to love that song is Pat Shand, because I know the kind of music Pat's into. I know that is his jam. It's going to be on his iPod circa 1998 very soon.
So it's gangster rap? Like, I'm excited.
100% gangster rap in an alternate universe.
I love to hear it.
All right. Well, Pat wants to hear it. Pat's the king. Pat makes these decisions here. So let's hear this song real quick, and then you go over your campaign.
Let's do it.
So is that your jam, Pat Chan?
You know what? I have a very diverse taste in music, and I could tell that was well done.
Thank you, sir. Very much appreciate that. So yeah, there is a full song, and there's going to be vocals, and there's going to be all the other stuff on there. But that's just another sample of what the song is that's going to be with this campaign.
All right. So go ahead and tell us what's up. You hit the 100 backers.
We did hit the 100 backers, and we were able to debut. We've said that we had a PDF that was going to be one that we guaranteed was never in another campaign before. Steph and I were actually the first people outside the country of India that actually got to read it. It's called Mardban, and it is a really cool comic that's actually written in the dying Dakni language, but it's also bilingual and translated into English on every panel. The main artist behind it is Raheel Mohsen, who does our Misfits Clubhouse title. So we knew the art was going to rock. We weren't sure what to think of it. We're like, are we even going to like this thing? It's not written in English, but once we saw the way it was translated, it's a super enjoyable, super fun title. And we were really privileged to be the ones to get to bring it to this side of the ocean. So we just did that, just released the trailer video. Because of this show last week, And the host of this show said, "Hey, we need to see a reading order on this thing." Went down and made sure the reading order is actually on there. It's actually got its own little button over there on the side as well. Because Heirs has gone on for a while, there's a couple different story arcs and offshoots. We made sure to put a couple of different arcs. If you want to just get the Perilous Prospects, here's what you need. If you want the extended stuff from Perilous Prospects, which includes I Am Keto, this is the order you read it in. If you want just Heirs of Isildur and that's it, you don't want any of the offshoots, there's the order. And then if you want everything with everything Heirs plus everything else, there's the different reading orders. And that is because of this live stream right here. Talk about service. Boom. Thank you, drive-through.
Nice. That's nice. Give a quick pitch of the book because I don't think you've done that.
Sure.
You've talked about the video, you've talked about the
Sure.
PDF and the reading order, but what the fuck is this book about, man?
Sure. So Heirs of Isildur, the Perilous Prospects, Book 3. Our timekeeper, Michael Isildur, has arisen from a supernatural slumber. Will it be enough to help to stop the apocalypse that's going on in Shadow's Haven? For the entire arc of the Perilous Prospects, Michael's been in a coma because of an apocalyptic event. He's been a prop basically in the corner. Everyone around him that didn't have any affiliation other than having some attachment to him has now had to come together and figure out how to survive and potentially address this apocalypse that they helped to create. So now that Michael's back, he sees everything has changed, which you saw in the video. You see everything has changed around him, and he has to figure out what his role is in this world now that seems to have moved on without him. So we are super stoked about the issue. We're super stoked about the swerves that are in there. We're stoked about the fact that this campaign, we have some great covers. We have a Nightmare Before Christmas homage cover that was done by Jose Cardenas that we met through Travis and through Holiday Spirits. We actually had him on one of the Holiday Spirits issues that we did a story for you for. And we have our shirts, we have our socks, we have tiers where you can just get socks. We had somebody today that just was like, "Hey man, I want to get a digital copy, but I also want socks. Can I do that?" We made sure we made it work for him.
Nice. Because, when you're reading that digital copy, you still need some comfy socks. I mean, that's just unreasonable to not allow that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, we've got 6 days left. We've actually had a good little bump here in the last couple of days. We are $325 right now away from minimum funding. Obviously, we all know that minimum funding means exactly that, minimum. We want to get to stretch goals. We want to get to a point where we can actually cover the cost of this book, but at least getting to minimum funding means we have a little room to have some fun up until the end of the campaign.
Nice. All right, so we're going to try to get you to 320, 111. I'm a little lazy tonight, so I'm only doing one. But one is better than none. So let's see.
Hey, that's exactly right.
All right. Next up, we have the wonderful and charming. Well, we got some comments. Hold on. We got some rowdy roads forever. So everybody, good luck with all your books. And we thumbs up. Kyron Silver is sending out Saw, the Lightning Wheel, the number 4. I just saw that today. So if you back that book, I hear that is on its way. So I'm super excited about that. All right, next up, we've got my buddy Bet Ben. By the way, if you guys are new to this group, go ahead and add your link to the back to the private so I know what campaigns I'm promoting. All right. Ben.
Hello.
No shark.
No shark.
Jewish superhero.
No Jewish superhero this time.
This ain't no Cthulhu man. What is going on with this Vicious Vixens here?
It's Charlie's Angels meets the A-Team.
Okay.
8 women on the run from the mob. Each with a unique skill set have to come together, become the Vicious Vixens. If you actually play this video, Lori Calcaterra from our group actually narrated it. But
how long is it?
About a minute.
Okay.
It's up to you.
As long as it's a minute or so. Some people are like, "Here, watch my 15-minute video while you're on this."
Just end it when she's done. You don't have to listen to me ramble afterwards.
All right.
When the cartel tossed me on that boat with all of you, I thought I was just another young woman they would sell off as a sex slave. But our group has the strongest woman I've ever met. The fastest. A psycho who's really good with a knife. A martial arts master. A woman with every survival skill you could ask for. A medical doctor. And a quote-unquote bartender who who just happens to be a crack shot. So who was the mob selling us to? And what did they want us for? 8 women being trafficked by a criminal cartel, now lost in the middle of the ocean and hunted by their former captors. Their only hope for survival is to become the vicious vixens of Dakuwanga.
Okay, you can end it now. Otherwise, you have to hear me talk.
Hello, my name is
I don't want to hear Ben Taro.
It beat me in stereo, overlapping soundtracks.
All right, so you just launched today, right?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, okay. This is a strong start for you, right? This is really good for you.
I'm doing really well on backer count. Average pledge could be higher, but backer count's doing really well. Yeah, I did my first cosplay covers this time for people who like that. I have 2 models cosplaying as 2 of the characters in the book.
What happened to her arm? I'm concerned for her. Does she only have one arm?
Well, she's standing sideways, so she's in a side pose. I actually had my backers vote on which one they liked, and this is the one they chose. I offered them like 3 choices from her poses.
So a lot of them have amputee fetishes. That's
I don't think so.
I mean, by Travis's logic, we all have no arms right now. We're all just heads.
Hey, my brother legitimately only has 1 arm, so like I look for these things, you know.
You're the first person to point that out. So I think people wanted side boob and butt, so that's kind of why it won over the ones that were like dead on and looking from the back.
So it's not a spoiler warning. There's not she doesn't lose an arm in this.
No.
In the other series with the shark, she should lose the arm.
You have the shark comics, so it kind of puts it all into play.
Well, it does tie into my Shark of War series, which I actually give everybody a free digital copy of.
Nice.
Because he's the shark is kind of the reason they got free in the first place. He kind of he inadvertently frees them. You know, he doesn't save them because all he is a shark. He just flies off after killing the captors. But there's also a link there for where you can read issue 1 for free. This is issue 1 and 2, so you can just download issue 1. You don't have to sign up for my email or anything like that. You click on that link, it pops you into the Google Docs, and you can just download it. Because I think if people read it, they'll like it enough to want to see issue 2.
Nice. All right, so you're at 153, 85 backers. Let's try to get you 86 backers.
That'd be nice.
150. But this book looks great, Ben. I like it. I love this. You know, this is the first time like you broke from your mold when you did the first issue, and I'm happy to see you back for the second. Is this like a ongoing, or do you have like a 4 issue where you're ending?
I can go at least 4 or 5 issues, but I can go longer too. I kind of have a plan for it to go, 10 issues if it proves out. But
nice.
Ben, are any of these girls in your issue? Are they all just completely fictional characters, or are any of them based on people that you've known in your life or anything like that?
Nothing like that, really. I mean, maybe some of the personality traits, you kind of like different people people or something like that have some of that, a little bit of that. But no, they're fictional, and they're all women with these unique skills. Thank you, Pete. Yeah, he actually wrote a review for me, I think, and on his website, and gave me a really good review. I think I put a blurb for it in there, and in my Kickstarter page.
Nice, that's awesome. That's great. Well, good. I'm excited about it. Let's see what we can do. Okay. So, Joey,
what's up? My bad.
You've been sick of getting other people funded. You're sick of doing it. You're sick of just making everybody else rich and famous. You decided to step in the arena. Is that what happened?
I guess so. Yeah, well, I did parts of that.
Part of that is true.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I did. I wanted to dip my toe in it a little bit. So we're doing a magazine. A little bit different, right? So we're part of Zine Quest, the Kickstarter's open call to TTRPGs and things of that nature. And I just gathered a bunch of friends together to do some articles and contribute some of their comics to this. So we have 3 never before seen comics. We got comics from Alan Dunford and all those crew over there. They're gonna be dropping a ash can version of Beneath the Lighthouse that they're gonna be dropping. We have a short preview of what's to come for Benjamin Morse's stuff over with Scarlet's Twilight. This is going to be featuring Ace Falcon, and then we got a breakout story here called Mother Wolf and Cubs from my pal who is the next. I mean, you guys got to keep an eye on him because he's doing some pretty good stuff with this. He did Comics Comics. And it's this is a really cool one. This is kind of like a werewolf kind of thing. It's got La Llorona in there, so it's really really cool to kind of. This is a really fun little 8-page story here that we have in there. We're also going to have articles, interviews, writing tools, marketing tools, all kinds of really cool fun stuff. We also have we have an homage to the Wizard magazine. Benjamin Morse offered up his talent to us, and he created this beautiful looking cover here. We're also going to be doing some really cool embossed title with the title and varnish finish and we're going to print it on some foil paper. We're going to do that with our friends over here at Hero. They're local here to Arizona, Heronville and Designs. They work closely with Garrett Gunn, and anything that Garrett Gunn has put out in the last 2 to 3 years, they have printed all his books. So we're going to be working with them to do that.
I think they do Coffin, don't they do Brian's books?
Yes, they do those. They do anything that he's had in the last few years as well.
Yeah.
They do his books. Yep. So, and they're local to me out here in Arizona. So, man, but we just wanted to get all these really great people together and showcase independent creations, right? And so we've got all our friends together to kind of do this thing.
Cool.
I don't know who Bitch Media is, but I'm really excited that they're for the forefront of the top.
Yeah, we got some. Listen, it's like the crazy talent that we have that is part of this. Like we have the editor that is a part of this, who's Lindsay. She's with Oneshi Press. Yeah. And she's the talent. Like she's the one that has worked with Rolling Stone and Bitch Media and all that good stuff. So she's got a really cool background. So it was, and we've been kind of kicking this magazine idea around. She's worked with all those magazines in the past, and I just kind of been bugging her. I was like, well, should we just do this? And we finally just kind of did it. So yeah, man, it's been doing pretty good. We're pretty close to getting funded here on the first day. Hopefully, nice. We'll see how it goes.
Nice. All right. So we are at, Joey, you are at 1155 at 31 backers. We're going to try to get you 32 backers. Try to get you to 175. Yeah. I think it's very, very doable.
Totally.
I think this campaign looks great. Last time I was on with you, I really felt, I think this is something that, the indie comics are asking for, because though I do think yours is a cut above, I think a lot of people are starting to go to this route. People are wanting these magazines are missing. There's no central hub to tell you what's cool. Pat Chin's too busy doing too many books these days to tell us what's cool anymore. So we needed to, get magazines to do it again. They had to come out of retirement because Pat wasn't here to tell us what's up.
Checks out.
See, everyone agrees. Pat agrees. You agree, Pat?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
No, but I agree. Like that's one of the reasons why I did this, right? Because I've always talked about listen, in high school I was a punk rocker, right? So me and my friends would sit there and tape and paste and Xerox punk rock zines together. So, and then we'd pass them out at the shows and stuff like that. So I wanted to bring that to this, right? But now we have access to all these amazing paper and printers and all this stuff, right? So So I was like, well, and I wanted to bring that in with my love with comics, and then Wizard magazine. So I wanted to bring it all kind of together, and that's what we did. And I had a great, like, all these really cool people who were actually willing to kind of offer up their stuff. And man, so what we're gonna do is anything that we're funding, we're gonna contribute to the people. We're gonna pay the people who contributed out of this. We're also going to print and distribute everything as well. Um, and if anybody's in Arizona within this next month, we're gonna really try. I think we're reaching out to get some tables, but we're gonna be at Game On Expo in March. So we're gonna have a table there along with our sister business, who is a podcast network. So they're gonna be there doing some interviews and stuff, and we're gonna be setting up some of our tables, and we will have some of these printed editions here for people to kind of get their eyes on. I'm not sure if we're gonna pay offer them for anybody. We're gonna kind of. I want people from the Kickstarter to kind of get their hands on them first before anybody else does.
Yeah. By the way, I was a little behind on links, so if you're watching, all the links have been posted for the last couple of things, so I don't want you to miss out. If you need the links to click and back and all that, it's all there. You'll see a wall of text. Please leave comments so that those can go away. Appreciate it. So it's not just a wall of links. People don't like that. But that's my fault. All right. Well, we'll be back and we'll see what we can do to get you to where you need to be. All right.
Awesome. Thanks.
So next up, we have Kat.
Hey.
So if you're back, that means you didn't fund last week.
I did not fund last week.
No. Well, it's because it's a book. I don't know anything about it.
Not enough pictures.
There's not enough pictures, as you know. By the way, you had me laughing, and I want to point out that I waited till today to make a comment about it.
Oh.
When you're in one of we were talking about best writer in a group, and you go, I'm gonna go with Donnie Cates just because I know that name, and that hurt my heart.
You wanted her to say you?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was that she knows more about comics than she thinks she knows, because we've had this discussion over the years. But she'll say things like that, and I'm just like, damn it, Kat. You're an editor for us.
I know that Pat Shand liked White Castle.
The burgers?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I think that when you brought us White Castle, it was at a time where I was either living in a place where we didn't have it much. In San Diego, it's not really around, and it's a New York staple, obviously, and you brought a bag of White Castle to the Zenescope table while I was at Wizard World, Ohio, I think showing the first Robin Hood issue or something.
Yeah,
like
you were doing Pat Packs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Pat Packs. Yeah, Zenescope would they would put together these packs of comics that I wrote, and it would essentially be to justify my hotel and plane fare, showing that if I could sell through Pat Packs because I didn't have any trades yet, then it was an investment in bringing me to future cons. And I mean, it's crazy looking back now because I ended up having like 40 trades from Zenescope, but those were the very early days. Then it was, an investment in bringing me to future. It's crazy.
Who has us on replay? What's going on?
Is my audio late?
No, I think someone had watching it like from Facebook or whatever. They probably.
Oh, gotcha. No big deal. But Kat, let's bring up. I actually have a bunch to talk to you about, Pat, about a con experience that I lightly talked to you about, but when we get to your turn. But let's see what Kat has to offer. It's a book about cats. You love cats, so I think
It's not a book about cats.
It's about cats.
Okay.
It's only about cats and bears. That's it.
There's cats in it.
Oh, all right. There's toys. All right, fine.
There are toys, but there are in the bonus section. There's a couple of cat stories, so there are cats in the book.
So talk us about this book. Pat Shand knows how to write these book things too, right? I think Pat's wrote a book or two.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Holidays at the Toy Store is the third book in the Toy Store series. It is all about, obviously, holidays and toys. But not just normal holidays. These are holidays that I know people like, I think it's Tom, has a thing against made up holidays. So this may not be the book for him. Or it may be. It may change his mind. So like today was National Chili Day, for those who don't know, and there's actually a story in the book about a chili cook-off, and you'll have to get the book to find out who wins, and it includes the recipe, the winning recipe for the chili cook-off. So there's PB&J Day, Mario Day, all sorts of days. Pie Day. If you look at the cover has
All right,
has
hold on. I'm
has a pie day.
gonna have to stop you.
Okay.
Today was Margarita Day. I'm very clear from all the Chili's ads that I got from
It was National Margarita Day.
They've informed me in great detail that it's Margarita Day, not Chili Day.
Well, you can have some margaritas with your chili.
All right. I just wanted to clarify that because I got tons of ads about that today. I'm fully aware of what day it is.
Okay. Well, we have a couple of little mini goals. So for every $500 pledged, I actually go on Twitch and read stories from the book and show off the coloring book, and we chat and hang out and have a good time. At $500, we actually gave away the digital copy of April's Army for those who like cats. At $1,000, we're going to do Jessica Judd's Origins #1 for Mary Shelley.
Okay.
And then at $1,500, I'm actually going to do the digital copy of Cobalt's Castaways as well. There are packs. See, I got packs on the brain. There are reward tiers that will get something for everything from $5 up to $100. So there's something in every range there, from one book up to all the books. Thanks to Matt and the crew from last week who pointed out that I didn't have a collection tier, which has actually done really well in the last week. So I'm super appreciative of that.
See? You can learn something here on this show. Good. Well, I'm excited about this, and this is the third book in the series, which is pretty cool.
This is the third book in the series. Yeah,
we've been able to fund the other two, so we can fund this one too. We just got a few more days to do it. We're about $500 short, so any little bit helps. We are at $939, 35 backers. Let's try to get you to 36 and $950 tonight.
And that would be fantastic.
Awesome. All right. Right. Next up, we've got my boy Raymond. How are you?
I'm good.
So you've seen what we've been doing here. I don't have a link to your Kickstarter. Could you send it in the private chat for me?
Sure.
It's in the back there. And anybody's watching, if you guys have any questions about this book, they'll happy have it. Links are in the comments, so we'll get you guys your links out. I'm sure everybody's aware on what's going on.
Yeah.
Got that there?
Bear with me.
All right. I got to bear with Raymond. Just a second. All right. I got it. All right. So Raymond has done some. This is the first time we've actually met, but I've known about him for a long time. But Raymond,
I've been hiding in the shadows for some time.
Right, you're in the shadows, stalking from Canada.
Yeah, I'm from up in Canada. So immediately, if you're American, you're getting a discount.
Right. It's vampires. Hey, morning, one-shot horror vampires. So tell us about this book, Raymond.
So it's a one-shot horror comic about some kids partying in the woods, and they wake up a vampire that's been sleeping, and it gets a little nasty. But there's also some humor in it. I base it off like an 80s horror film sort of thing, like that sort of theme. You know how you got the cheesy laughs and the gruesome horror kills as well with it. Like, so it's got a bit of mixture of everything in it, and It's a comic. That's what you're supporting. It's no fancy. There's nothing fancy about it. There's no T-shirts. It's like there's no T-shirts. There's nothing else. It's just a comic. I don't know what to tell you. You're supporting a comic book. I kept it bare bones. So, it's kind of a break. I was working on Fallen, my main series, which is available in the add-ons as well, and I kind of hit a rut, and then I had an inkling to draw horror stuff. So I use this as my little escape route, and
Nice.
I instead of like a normal artist would do is wait for some writer to contact them. I jump the gun and I just do it myself. So I made a horror comic.
Well, I have one major question here. This woman also doesn't have another hand. Is she related to Ben's character that only has one?
It might be. If you look really closely into the darkness, there's a shark.
What?
I think he bit his finger. I think
He
that's
might
what
have. I think he bit his finger a little bit.
Right, he's actually a really nice guy. He actually didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, he's a punk rocker by
look,
trade.
he just woke up. Yeah, he's not quite together yet.
So both the covers are I actually painted them with oil.
Yeah, they look great.
And there's 4 pages on the interior sequentials. I hand painted with oil as well. And if you need a reference, I have this as well.
Hold on,
the OG.
Let me get you big. Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
So you got something a little different for I think with indie comics we kind of get that point where we get to be original and try different stuff.
Right.
So I don't think that there's a lot of comics that have oil painted artwork in them, and so I thought, why shouldn't I jump on this? Because I like doing oil painting on the side as well. And so I did a few pages. The sequential pages were incredibly different. Let me tell you that. Like they're hard to do because oil takes like a long time to dry.
Yeah.
So there's points where you're doing your artwork and you drag your arm across and you're actually dragging it across the paint. So each of the sequential pages actually took me like probably about 2 weeks to do because it takes so long for the oil paint to dry. But it's something different. I thought I'd give it a shot, and I didn't want to change up the style on my series I have going. So what better than to try it on a one-shot horror comic?
Yeah, I think it looks great.
Thank you.
All right, so you're at 586 Canadian with 32 backers, and we're going to try to get you to 33 backers and 596. So I hate morning. We got Raymond up there. Well, thank you, good sir. Good to finally meet you on one of our shows. And
yeah, nice meeting you too, Travis. Thanks for having me on, man.
No problem. All right. Next up, we got Jerry in the house. Jerry. Now, Jerry's a big deal. He's related to someone who's a big deal. So, therefore, he's a big deal. He also has talked to Scott Snyder more than one time. So, just get excited. Kat, do you know who Scott Snyder is? She's on her phone. She's not even paying attention. She did. Wow. All right.
That was well done. Well done.
I'll ignore that and pretend that that's not happening. I'm sure it's very important, whatever's going on there. Hey, Kat, you back with us?
Yeah, sorry. I had a kid calling me. Were you talking about me?
We were, yes.
Completely. Absolutely.
We wanted to know if you know who Scott Snyder was.
I know the name.
Okay. We're getting there.
It's a step in the right direction.
Scott Snyder and Donnie Cates, she knows them by name.
By name. You guys should understand too. I'm really bad with like names and who does what. So
You're good. You're good. You're good.
Just say Alan Moore all the time. That you can't go wrong.
I'm just saying Travis Gibb. You know,
Thank you. I
Travis
appreciate
did
it. So I assume that these are the bears who killed the bears in the toy store, right?
That's exactly right. That's exactly it.
These are the bears who killed the bears in the toy store. All right. Hey, look, you funded. When did you fund?
It was a few minutes ago, actually.
Nice. Congratulations. I did that.
I'll give you all the credit.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Number by $1 so far.
You're welcome. Those stretch goals can come in right now. Do you have a stretch goal?
You know, I was so nervous about even hitting the number that I haven't really solidified a list of stretch goals yet. So I have to actually do that now.
So tomorrow will be the announcement of said things.
Yes.
So tell us again about Grizzly Bears here.
So the Grizzly Crew is the story of a group of pirate bears who sail the seas and protect seaside villages from actually scary evil pirates, real like human villainous evil pirates. And it is a story that I'm writing with my 8-year-old. He sort of just the concept kind of fell out of his face one day while he was staring at some weird pictures on my screen, not in a dirty way, and he saw an image of a pirate bear that he had asked me to have Midjourney create 2 years ago, back when Midjourney had just come out and we were all messing with it for one day and trying to figure out if it was the end of times. So he just kind of was staring at this pirate bear that he told me to make, and then he started telling me this story. And he was like, it's a group of pirate bears on a ship, and they look for treasure. And when they squeeze the treasure, it looks like gold, but it's really wax and it's filled with honey. And he had all these like little ideas about who the characters were. And, that one of them was a koala bear. And I was like, koala bears they're really marsupials. It's not really a bear. And he right away was like, that's perfect. He's young. He doesn't know that, so he thinks he's a real bear and he wants to join the crew. And right away I was like, why are you already better at this than I am? Like right away, all I see are problems and all he sees are creative solutions. And I'm like, you're 6. He was 6 when it started. He's 8 now. And it has just kept up. So that's the story. It is kind of a story within a story. So I'm having a lot of fun writing it. It's like the parents in this village that are actually under siege by pirates start telling their kids, like, you can sleep. Don't worry. The pirates aren't coming back. We hired the Grizzly Crew. So we're safe. They're protecting us from the really evil pirates. And the kids don't really, you can tell from that frame right there, the kids aren't buying it. But kind of as dad is telling the story, he'll get a little too into it, make it too scary for bedtime. Mom will come in, start reframing the story, so the story changes depending on who the narrator is. I'm having a lot of fun with things like that in the story.
I also love that you can get a guy named Nick Justice on a kid's book. It just seems like it's meant to be.
Nick, almost all of my add-ons are art commissions from Nick. So he actually, I had him do this. He did this. I'm going to show something if you want to make me bigger for a second. It's a cover he did for me.
That's
for Iron Man, he did one for Captain Marvel for my daughter. He did a Captain America for my other son. Iron Man is Harlan's favorite Avenger. But Nick has a great style. He's really great. And, you can get black and white, full color, 5x8 or 11x17, all as add-ons if you back at any physical tier. There they are. It was totally a coincidence that we put Space Ghost on there, by the way. That we did that, and then that announcement came that they're bringing Space Ghost back.
So I'm going to say a secret here. I'll make myself in the group. So I'm actually friends with David Pepos. We talk on the phone on the regular. And he told me about that months ago. But he does code names for his books, and he kept calling it the Human Rocket. And even though I knew the answer, convinced myself that it was Nova and was disappointed when it was Space Ghost, even though I knew the answer. I was like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah. It's good. It's good to be delusional enough to talk yourself into things. That's good.
But all right, well, I'm really excited about this. I also, I backed it last week, and it's just $10, like out the door, for a physical copy, which is great.
Yeah, all three, any of the three covers you want are all three options are $10, and then obviously you want multiples, it gets cheaper. I worked really hard on getting retailer tiers that would be useful to actual retailers. On previous campaigns, I'd heard from retailers that it's always just too expensive, and so unless you have a personal relationship, they're just not into it. But if there are any retailers listening, the two tiers are each 55% off the cover price.
Nice.
So it's pretty steeply discounted, which might still not be enough, but yeah, I'm trying.
Danny, if you're listening, Brendan, if you're listening, Rick, if you're listening, hear that? Cheap retail tiers. They'll take care of you. And where are you out of, Jerry, again?
I'm in New York.
I always, for some reason, because you work with Disney, right? A little bit.
I work with the Blue Juice guys who are in your neighborhood.
Blue Juice guys, yeah. So I always think you live here. I don't know why.
Yeah. I've actually been working in Miami for the last couple of months on a project.
Cool.
So I've been down there quite a bit.
Pat likes Miami.
I do.
But
I'm on a different part of the same island as you. You said you were in Suffolk. I'm in Brooklyn.
You guys are gonna have to get together and have a rumble.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, you guys have rival newspaper teams that are against each other? Like I hear that the newsies have a lot of problems up there.
That's it. That escalated very quickly.
I've seen Anchorman.
About going to Brooklyn. There's a sandwich shop that I want to try in Brooklyn, DeFonte's.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. There's one in a little one in my neighborhood that everybody likes, Leone's. It's on 14th.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Nice.
So we've got that all shared out. We're going to try to get you to 85 backers, get you a little bit of that hump guy, get you to 25, 26. Is that our goal? I think it's extremely doable. So links are in the comments, guys. Let's get it. But Pat, how many books do you have live right now?
Of my own too.
Okay. Of your own too. I like that answer. I like that. I've had that answer myself. Can I get the links in the private chat real quick?
Yes, yeah. I actually just went into pre-launch today on the next Terry Moore campaign. So
nice.
That one should be live, I believe, Monday.
Pat, I don't know how you can keep track of all that stuff. And we've seen Travis the way he keeps track of it. And he's got like one dry erase board over there, and he's got everything scribbled up, and it's like 76 things. I don't know how you can keep track of all that stuff, man. It's impressive the number of projects you have going on at any given time, man.
Well, thank you. It's definitely a lot. I have a lot of forums. I have a lot of people who are just, making sure that no one's ever waiting on me. And sometimes I'm human, so people are waiting on me, but do my best.
I just want to call this out before it's not true anymore, but Private Dance is at 999 backers.
Hey,
Nice.
Beautiful.
What?
Nice.
Just about to cross over 1,000.
Let's go tonight.
Let's talk about it right now. Let's talk about Private Dance. Look at this beauty right here.
Wow, look at that.
Wow.
48,267 with 999 backers. Tell us about this. And before you start, I want to tell you guys, Pat has talked to me in a long time when we just talked about Miami, but he talked about it and how he's so passionate about this project. He's passionate about all his books, but specifically this one. Like this one, this is ongoing. This is going forever. He loves this series, and I'll let him tell you more about it. But I want to tell you, it's not just another not for safe work. It's a very passion project for him.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the entire concept behind Cheeky Comics was that there's this perception that if something has erotic elements, that it can't also be a story. And that to me is as untrue as if someone were to say that a superhero book can't have an actual story. A book that has elements of violence can have an actual story. Sexuality is a human experience, and I think that it's been so, people are embarrassed about things. People have been made to feel embarrassed about sexuality. So when I write stories that have, not safe for work or spicy elements, I write with the same level of attention to character and story and theme as I would any story. It's just that, these kind of stories, especially in the 2010s, have, our industry in particular has put shame upon stories like this when, the mainstream consumer really wants things like this. They want to feel seen in every way. They want stories that represent life. And sex is a way bigger part of life than a lot of the things that we see in genre comics. So, I write Private Dance in a way that explores character the same way that I do in Destiny New York. It takes place at a strip club, and we examine the overlap of reality and fantasy as we delve into the lives inside the club and outside of the dancers, the customers, the bouncers, everything. It is an ensemble cast that is going to, for many years, tell the stories of these characters and how playing these roles and how being in this place together, doing this unique kind of work, impacts their lives.
Nice. So I have a question for you because I'm helping a friend of mine do their first spicy book, and I don't do that. We're at 1,000. Look at that. Grats, Pat.
I think I know who it is.
It was me. Hey, how often do you get the opportunity to say that you were literally the 1,000th backer on any campaign? That doesn't happen very often.
There we go.
Get the opportunity yet? So yeah, I had to do that so I could say for once in like 500 campaigns between InSim and my personal campaign that I actually was the 1,000th backer on a campaign.
And you got in there just in time because now it's at 1,001.
You beat me by seconds.
Oh, did I really? Oh man, I didn't mean to steal your thunder on that, man.
Today. I actually will back it later because I backed the first one. I don't know why I haven't backed this one yet. I apologize, Pat. Shame on me.
It's all good, man. It pissed me off, but it's all good.
I pissed you. So I have a question for you as someone who is advising someone about this type of content. As you know, I don't do it. Is there a reason why you use the word spicy versus nude? Because he wants to use the word nude, and I'm like, I think you should use spicy because that's what I see from you and from Mike Tenner. But is it just a preference? Could he use nude? Is it just something you chose, or?
Oh no, I mean, I chose spicy specifically to brand it to myself.
Okay.
Sweet and spicy isn't a thing that really was being done. Like people have different things that they call it. Like Zenoscope, for instance, they call it Z-rated. Black Mask, they have this imprint called Unit Shifter that I'm helping them with, and they'll for example, if they have a cover A that's a non-nude and a cover B that's nude, the same image, they'll just call that cover A and cover AX. So people all have their different terminologies. In the past, the most common one that I've seen is nice and naughty.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Yeah, that's what I see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and to me, I don't personally like nice and naughty. I get that it's one of those things where it's grandfathered in, it's just been used so often. Like, we call a cover with no logo, we call that a virgin cover. I try to push toward calling that a full art cover. That's a little less weird to me, Same as naughty and nice. There's this kind of undertone that I don't love in that terminology, so I wanted to brand it more to myself and have my own specific terminology.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, I was curious about that because I didn't know the answer. In fact, I got to use you in an argument today. He showed me some arts, and he was like, "I want to do it this way," and I was like, "I don't recommend doing it that way." He's like, "Well, he's like, I respect your opinion, more than me, but I really feel strongly about this." I was like, "That's not my opinion. Let's look at Pat Shan's." And he was trying to use basically his profile image was a bunch of blacked out stuff to show that there's nude under it. I was like, show things that have stuff. People will look for that. If you put the "not safe for work" in the title, you don't want your thing to be a bunch of black boxes. Yeah, your project image.
That is true. I have, to my knowledge, I've never put a censored image as my project image. I feel that, Kickstarter is very aware of people just generally surfing the platform, and they don't want it to look that way to someone who doesn't choose to see that.
Right.
Like, for example, my image, it's a girl in lingerie. That isn't something that you wouldn't see on a commercial, you know.
Sure.
But to have a censored image, I personally wouldn't do, because to me it kind of pushes against Kickstarter. You know, like they want it to be family friendly unless you choose to click. And if you choose a campaign that says not safe for work, that says spicy, that's called private dance, that has that image, you know, once you click it, then you're going to see censored imagery. But when you're on the main page, I would personally advise against that for sure.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, that's that. Private Dance is up. We've already hit your goal here, but we're going to try to get you at least one more. But yeah, we had you at 999, but we've already killed that.
Let's go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Let's try to get you at 48300 and 11102. All right. And then we'll see the other one. Where is the other one? All right.
Yeah, the other one is called Emerald Fantasies. Every year I start my Space Between publishing line with an annual. I did that on Cheeky as well. This pretty much just gives 3 stories from 3 of my different titles. They stand alone while also tying into the series. So, for example, this one includes a story from Destiny, New York, as you see here, Gangster as Barista, and Wild Wisps, which is a brand new title. If you have read those titles before, this is a brand new story. If you have not, this is a great introduction to all the characters within, while also being completely satisfying if you just read this and don't choose to move on. Wild Wisps is the one that we're introducing here as a brand new story. The pitch there is that it is a Pokemon-style story in a Game of Thrones sword and sorcery kind of world. And that's going to launch as its own series in 2 months. And yeah, this is the second time that we're doing an annual like this, and it's been fun so far. It's been a cool opportunity to do color on series that are normally not colored, like Destiny, New York, and Gangster as Barista. And it's a way to celebrate my returning titles while debuting some brand new stuff as well.
Nice, yeah. I dig it. And I love that. For those who don't know, this is like year 2 of floppies for Pat Chan. He used to never do floppies. So it's been wild seeing all the floppies.
Let me get him down. Get down. Yeah.
I didn't really, I meant the kitties on this page, but you're too little for me to have seen him.
Yeah. I never did floppies. That's right. You know, I used to do between 4 and 5 campaigns a year. To me, Kickstarter is always best at doing what the mainstream industry is bad at. And I feel that at first, for a while, it was long form series. We weren't seeing series like, you know, for example, when I first started to fall in love with comics, series that were active were Ex Machina, Preacher, Why the Last Man, these ongoing, long-running, creator-owned comics. And I wanted to do my own. And if I got a gig through a publisher, that would lead to, you know, the ones that I got were going to be 4, 5, 6 issues of a creator-owned. And right. I took the Kickstarter at the time, that was 2016, to start doing long form, to do graphic novels, to do, you know, for example, Destiny New York is my main work. I do every year one around 150 to 200 page volume. But I started to see that there's a lot more room on Kickstarter to just do more stuff than just one thing. You know, for a while I was locked into the graphic novels doing one thing. Now I see single issues doing very well, and I see, you know, I have my main work. Destiny New York is my main work. I'm going to stick to graphic novels for that. But I am also having fun doing, you know, 3-issue series, 4-issue series through this platform. And single issues works a lot better for that financially than a graphic novel, because, you know, there's a ceiling to all these campaigns. And I think that if you're putting money into color, your best bet is probably to divvy it up into single issues so that you're not going to lose your ass on these campaigns. And you're also giving the collector's audience such a great thing to latch on to, because comics right now There's a great readership, and there's also collectors. People sometimes don't look toward the collector because they see it as, oh, I'm creating a story. I'm creating something to read. But the fact of the matter is, you're putting a cover on it. That cover is a collectible piece of art that people want to get. So by diving into single issues, I am embracing both the collector's market and the readers who like my stuff and want more of it.
Well said, good sir. Well said. And I love it. I love seeing you launch every month. It makes me happy.
Thanks.
So I love it.
I love being here, man.
These comics are fucking great. It's great. All right. So last one, Matthew. Hello. Those 2 Kickstarters are links on the side. Let's get them. But now we're going to go around the room and see where everybody's at. We're going to see if we can get Andrew. Andrew's still sick over there, dying, waiting for people done. I'm going to show my campaigns because last but not least, I only do this. I'm selfish, guys. I'm selfish. I have campaigns live too. Not as many as Pat, but I try to keep up. The numbers are lower, but the quantity is as many. Well, no, you killed me last year. 14. I was at 11.
A few more than 14, but okay.
It was all right. How much was it last year? But just 14 for you, right?
No.
What was it last year?
I'll count right now. Let's see.
What it was?
This is going to take a while. If he's counting a whole year, it's going to take like 5 minutes.
It was 16 total campaigns.
Okay, and that's just your company, or is that counting like the outside Zenoscope and all that?
No, if we count the other stuff, it be a lot more.
Okay, that's my question. That was what I was saying. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got one that's really easy. We'll go by that one. Coins of Judas. We're launching the trade paperback in March. Joey is helping. Joey and I are working together on a campaign. It's very odd for me. I've never had to work with anybody. I have to send him shit. I got yelled at because I didn't send him the right shit. I'm like, no, I fucking do this. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's very stressful for me. And I'm trying to not lose my shit because it's not Joey's fault. It's not anybody else's fault. I just don't know how to collaborate with people. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Joey. But
it's true. We popped up and he's like, I don't know why Joey's here. I was like, good morning to you too, asshole.
Why is Joey here? It's fine. I'm just adjusting. But Joey and I are going to make sure this friggin' success. We're super excited about it. Joey, do you got anything to say about it besides myself?
No, man. So yeah, we're going to be doing all kinds of really cool stuff. We were talking about it the other day that we're going to be dropping a hardcover. So I don't think we've ever done a hardcover, right? I don't think you've done that before, right?
I have never done a hardcover for solo Travis Gibb writing. Correct. Yes.
Right. So obviously we've had them with Cthulhu and things like that. Yeah. Yes. But we're gonna do one for Coins of Judas. It's gonna be the collected edition, which is issues 1 and 2, and 3 and 4, which is the Gambler, and the Gambler's coming up here pretty soon. So yeah, you guys can grab all kinds of really cool stuff, great looking covers, great gorgeous looking hardcovers. We're also gonna have a soft cover version of it as well. So you're definitely not going to want to miss this because they're going to have all kinds of cool stuff that is not going to be available in the direct market. So get on it.
Correct. And we're going to try to make it do what Kickstarter does best, limited. It's all going to be limited. It's all going to be exclusive. We're not going to reprint a lot of it. If we do, we'll have direct market stuff. So definitely be part of it. It's very, very cool. I'm very excited. You're getting it before the direct market gets it. So it's a cool experiment. That's going to be next month. And I don't even ask for money on this fucking thing. Just like click it, click and get notified. I'm at 52. Let's see if we can get a little higher. It's not hard. Links in the side. People like that book, so hopefully you'll like it, the whole thing. And Joey, if you probably don't know, I just put the cover in the Bards group, so check it out.
Fantastic. We needed that today, so yeah, we're gonna add some really cool stuff with that cover tomorrow. So
yeah, well, we got some cool stuff. We'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah,
more detail about that. All right, so the book that Orange Cone is running, we've got right here. We got Voodoo Nations 1 through 4. So we're back. We have we missed a year. We did not get a Voodoo Nations launch last year because I had too many books. I don't have multiple accounts. I do it all on one account. I try to hold myself accountable because I really yelled at somebody one time for having multiple accounts and not being held accountable. Perhaps you guys remember that.
I remember it.
I
never heard of this, Travis.
Never heard of it.
Time.
I yelled
Never
at someone very, very, very long. I'm okay with people having multiple accounts,
It
but
was a stern finger pointing.
it was a stern finger pointing. That person did wrong, and he's no longer around doing stuff because he did wrong. So, this is live. I'd love to get some more backers. Voodoo Nation, if you don't know, it's about two missionaries. They go to Brazil. They meet up with an evil voodoo priest, kind of mess up their world, mess up their marriage. She chases them around to New Orleans, to Mexico, to the other side of the world, through a dark, to the other side, through the Day of the Dead, all sorts of stuff to bring back her husband who has been possessed by a spirit. It's a very cool book. We're on issue 4. This is the big climax, start of the big climax, start of the end, because we're ending at issue 5. We've got angels added to this. We've got a Grim Reaper added to this. And then we got RJ, the main character, meeting up with the person who caused all this grief to him for the final time. So it's a very cool book. If you like Orange Cone stuff, you'll like it. I wrote it. I'm pretty proud of it. I think you'd like it too. So check it out, check it out, check it out. So we'll share that out. All right. I am going to quickly speedball through everybody's campaign. See if you guys got what stuff. See if I can mark you off my list. If you guys have to go to bed because I know it's late, after I mark you off your list, go to bed. It's cool. If you haven't, I'm going to get you to pass what I promised you. So we're going to stay up all fucking night and I'm going to yell at people. And I don't really want to do that because I'm out of beer. I got to go get another one, but I've been talking a lot. So let's just do this real quick. Hopefully no yelling. We can get everyone to bed real quick. All right. Andrew, I promise you $4.90 and 12 backers. Let's see where we are at, good sir. Starry Night, the metal card campaign. Still got a little bit left. I think it's got a few hours left. Short campaign. Look at that. We're at $4.79. I did not get you to your backers, but we got you another $1. We got you 12 backers. That's good enough for me because I don't care about backers. But we're going to still share it out one more time. Do you want to say anything about it, Andrew, real quick?
You guys heard him. He said he doesn't care about backers.
No, I care about backers. I don't care. That's all I care about. Backers.
Yeah, one of the fan favorite covers on this book was the Ali Garza spicy cover.
Okay.
We scroll down here in the list. I have a dual close on, close off card set that you can get for, I think it's $11, $12.
I don't see where her stuff, Ali Garza.
In the down the backer.
Over here, to the side.
Scroll down past the $6. That's the individual, Too Hot. And then there's a set that you can get. I think that's the favorite right now. We had it on sale.
Right here? Okay.
Bit. There you go. So for $11, you can get both cards.
Nice.
And that, on Facebook, the spicy art is supposed to be okay. And for some reason, this one is so realistic, it just keeps getting flagged and taken down.
Wow.
That's colors by CC De La Cruz. She did an amazing job.
Nice.
And then in the bottom left of the main screen there, you can see I took off the giant yellow bubble so you can see a little bit better. Just scroll back up.
Do I have to refresh or no?
No, it was the list of covers down.
Oh, here.
Yeah, and here. So it's got I put the purple over it. But yeah. And then the Paolo Pantalena covers have been produced too.
Nice. That's nice. This is the goal of this is really to help you just get some more funds to help you start up production for number 2, right?
Yeah.
No shame in that game, my friend. No shame in that game. That's some good stuff. I'm excited about it. I actually just put my own pledge. I don't want to show it. Make sure you guys get it back. So get you a little bit more than what you got, but you can go to bed, man. You're sick, man. Go to bed.
I needed rest.
Feel
Jared,
better.
like I said, the link is in the side if you guys want to check it out. So we'll get you where you need to go. But go to bed, Andrew. Go to bed.
Thanks for having me on.
Next up, Matt. I promise you 3,211 backers. Let's see if we've got you taken care of. Where the fuck are you, Matt? Here you are. You have
I'm right here, man. I'm right here.
You're right there.
I didn't go anywhere, dude.
You are one. Not only is Matt here, he's also the 1,000th backer of Pat Shan's campaign. So that's
right.
That's
right.
important, really. We got you to 3. We got you over the stuff. We still owe you $20 here, which is crazy.
Yeah,
so
we're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, it's we all know how it is in Kickstarter land right now. We're confident we're going to get to that 3,500, but hey, it's 6 days left, so we need you out there and join us for Steampunk Comics and Metal Collide. Get us to that level. Get us to some stretch goals so we can get this book done and get it in your hands. We promise you're going to dig it.
Yeah, I apologize. I didn't get you the money tonight, but my viewers are a little low, and I'm a little low on energy. If you guys haven't noticed, not too bad, but a little. But we're gonna keep shoving you out, and we're gonna pass. Hopefully, we can get that. It's only how much? $20 short. No, $13 short. So definitely doable. But we got you past your little thing, so we'll get you there. We got you past your backer goals.
Good stuff. Everything helps. Every little thing helps, man, for everybody's campaign. I mean, look at Kat's campaign. I mean, not saying go there now. I'm saying I know last week Kat was pretty unconfident about where her campaign was going to go.
Yeah.
And now you look at where Kat's campaign is, and I know that you're pretty confident you're like, hey, there's a chance I might be able to make it. And that took 1 week of rethinking and getting on some of these shows. So it can always happen.
It's all about building it, trying to get the community to be aware of it. You know, there's a lot of stuff on Kickstarter. I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of really good books on Kickstarter. So there's a lot of competition. You got to really.
I have to give credit to my oldest son who actually started sending out messages to his friends.
Oh, that's nice.
Dude, that's awesome.
He actually backed it himself to get a copy for his little brother and sister, and then he knows that my other son's friend has backed previous campaigns. And so he sent him a text tonight going, hey, have you backed this one yet? So.
All right. Ben, we were supposed to get you 85 backers and 50-50. My money is clearly completely off tonight. But we've got you at 86 backers.
Awesome.
So that's where you're supposed to be. Oh, actually, it looks like, where did we start you at? Do you remember?
I was at 85.
You're at 85? All right,
Yeah.
so you've only got one backer. We got to do better than that, though. We're gonna keep sharing this out, trying to stuff. So you make sure you stick around. We're gonna do better than that. But keep sharing it out. Get that going. Get through. I know Jerry's got to go, so I'm gonna skip Jerry to the front because Jerry's tired. Right, Jerry? He's muted.
I know. I'm muting and unmuting myself repeatedly, trying to unmute myself. It's actually, I'm believe it or not, I have an 11:30 thing I have to do, like another interview thing I'm doing.
Wow. Nice. All right. Well, we got 1 minute. Let's get it. Have we got you anything?
I think I honestly, I would. Can I be on? I would credit you guys with my getting funded.
Well, that's fine. But I got to get you a backer, so you can go. But we owe you a backer, so we're at 84. We're gonna keep sharing this out.
I actually increased my pledge.
She did it. She increased her pledge and went to her physical.
Went to a physical. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, but we got to keep sharing that out. We'll get you some backers.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, Jerry.
Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay.
See ya.
Now it's time to back. By the way, I'm going to yell at people pretty soon. So if you don't want to be yelled at, get your shit together. All right. Let's go back in the regular order. We got Joey. Joey, how is the magazine doing?
It's doing pretty good, man.
Yeah, 117532. Let's see where you're at. One of these links has got to be you. Maybe.
One of them somewhere.
One of them. All right, I found it. Hold on, I'll bring it up. I'll get it all open here. See where we can get you at. It's being slow. I don't know why. And thanks for doing this magazine, by the way. I think you're a good person to do it. I think you're connected enough, but outside enough. I think that's the right person to do it.
Yeah, this has been really fun to do and see how it comes together. And what's really cool about this is we're kind of taking this kind of like an anthology route, right? So we're taking submissions and things of that nature, and we're going to pay people out for their contributions and stuff like that. So we are taking submissions for issue 2 because we found that people love it and they want to contribute to it so much. We were going to do this once per year, and because of all people wanting to do to like messaging, hey, are you going to do another one when you get I'd love to kind of get involved. So we're like, okay, maybe we can do this twice a year. So I think we're gonna make a decision and try to kind of do this, do a winter or end of the year kind of version. So we
Nice.
have picked our main attraction for that book. I can whatever. I'll announce it here. Why not?
Sure, why not?
We actually had a submission from Jonathan Hedrick, and we loved his short story so much that we chose that one for the main attraction for issue 2. And
Nice.
we're gonna be creating a cover for that here coming up very soon. That one's called Abracadabra. It's and just like Jonathan Hedrick, he's got that really great book called Capable out, right? So
Right.
this one's kind of along the same lines, where it follows a young man who has a speech impediment, and he, it's a really fun story. You get some magical powers and things of that nature. So we're and it's kind of, I don't want to give too much away, but it's really fun. There's some really cool looking characters in there. We think that it's going to be really fun and it's going to be really kind of aesthetically pleasing. So definitely, if you guys want to see that second issue, contribute to this one, so that, because that one is going to definitely help fund the next one as well.
Nice. Well, and this one's exactly where I promised you to be. I told you it'd be at 32 backers. You're at 34 and 1175, and you're at 1175.
Awesome. I think we got an extra one while we were talking. Really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah. So, and if anybody out there, if you guys, everybody here, you guys would like to contribute or sub to this, we are looking for 8-page stories or articles, or we're doing op-eds, articles, writing tools, any kind of tools that you can contribute to a creative out there that is, would like to, because it can be daunting, right, for us just dipping in our toes and figuring out this space. It's a little crazy. So why not share some of the love? So we're going to kind of do this and kind of maybe see if we can all kind of use this as a marketing tool. So we'll see how it goes. We have had people ask us if we're going to be doing like con packs. I don't know what, like selling the creators a handful of these issues, especially to other creators who have contributed to this, so that they can sell them on their table. I don't know if that's like anything people would like. I mean, I guess it could be a cool little pull in. It's a TTRPG zine kind of thing, and
Sure.
those are really good pull in at your tables.
I'd volunteer some artwork for it if you ever needed it.
Yeah, so send your submissions at info@geekcollective.net, and we'll take a look. We have so many people submitting, so make sure you guys are submitting, and we will try to get through all of them and choose here. We'll make announcements very soon.
Nice. That's nice. All right, let's see where Kat's at. Kat has a book, so I always dread books.
No.
Hate books. Books have words.
Lots of words. So many words.
See.
There are some pictures, just not as many pictures.
All right, we have not moved at all on Kat. No. But it's a double week, so you were here last week, so that's part of it.
Yep.
But let's share it out. Do you want to tell people about it one more time?
Sure. So my short pitch has been toys. We all have them. We all love them. But how much do we actually know about them? So do you know what holidays they celebrate and how they celebrate them? And this book will walk you through that. There are 20 plus short stories, 100 pages, and they're perfect for bedtime reading, early readers, bathroom readers, for those who like to have a little something that's short and fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well, let's keep you
my
here
fan,
and let's see what we can do.
I say my fan base ranges from really little kids up until adults that are older than I am. So they really are perfect for everybody.
Nice. That's nice. All right. Well, let's see what we can do here. All right. Let's see. I got to yell about you in a minute. Let's see Raymond. Let's see if I have to yell about Raymond. Raymond, you have not moved either. What is going on?
I don't know. They don't like Canadians.
Maybe that's the problem. I live too close to Canada.
That tracks. That makes sense to me. That makes sense.
I guess so, right? It makes sense.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I can't like fix your whole people, you know. I mean, that's
I don't know. It's a 32-page comic, and it's a traditional horror story that has a vampire in it. So, I mean, if you don't like horror comics, don't back it.
No, that's not the right. No, don't say that.
But if you do like them,
even if you don't like it, you're still gonna like this issue.
Well,
there will be something
it's
in there
rated
for
M.
you.
It's not for kids, like as you can tell from some of the panels. It has the variant cover that's also oil painted, and there's some boobies on there.
Right. I think we saw those boobies on our Discord, right?
I that was when I sketched it out, right? And that was before I put paint on it. So, but yeah, it's a horror comic, 32 pages, no ads, all comic.
All right.
So you're getting what you see there, and it's going to be fully colored.
All right. Well, I started sharing out a little bit. I will be back to you in just a little bit, see where you're at. Pat Shan stuff sells itself, so hopefully we're good there. I know we got a couple right off the bat back in the King. What are you shaking your head about?
I mean, I can't say I'm the king, but I'll go with you saying it.
I can say you're the king.
Now, see, now I can say there's a kitty behind you.
Yeah, well, let's check. Hey, Kat, do you know who Pat Shan is?
I do know who Pat Shan is.
All right, can you name one of his books?
Well, I can tell you that I was his White Castle queen for a while.
Right,
I have a book signature to prove it.
Can you name one of his books?
I think White Castle Queen is going to be one of his future books now. I think you just gave him a title for his next book.
It's a series.
Well, White Castle did come out with what was it? Jack in the Box came out with the Mark Hamill comic, and that did a thing. So maybe there's something there.
Hey, I want a free copy if you do use that title there, Pat. I want a free copy.
Yeah, me too.
So you're good here.
Yeah, look at that.
Money there. You're good there. You got 102 there with Private Dance. And you got a whole bunch of backers right here in the thing for Private Dance. So this is good. Where is is this the most successful floppy, or is I Summon Cthulhu more? No, this is more, right?
No, this is more. This had my best day one ever. I've had a floppy go up to I think 65. So it depends where this ends, but this is tracking to be up there.
What floppy went 65?
That's Cheeky Annual 2023.
Okay.
The annuals do very well because they're very accessible. They sort of replicate what Amy and I were doing with the graphic novels, and then they're short stories. But yeah, it looks like my overall goal is to issue 2s are hard. I like to see them pace with number one. So when they do better, that shows that it's a strong community around it. So this one's on pace to do better than number one, which makes me very happy.
Pat, when you're talking about doing floppies right now, What is your sweet spot for what the overall number of pages in your floppies are, and the overall number of actual art pages are in those floppies?
Gotcha. Yeah. Generally, my go-to is 32 total pages with 22 to 26 story pages. That will leave me enough room to do an extra or two and give some indication of when issue 2 is coming, and have the IBC as the cover gallery. But some series go longer. Private Dance, for example. I knew that number 2 was going to do very well just from the set of covers that we had and from the reaction to number 1. So I charged a bit more for the issue and bumped it to 34, I believe we're doing, with a 28-page main story and a bonus story as well. So this one's pretty much just full content and then 1 page in the back saying when issue 3 is coming.
All right. Thank you, sir.
How far ahead are you on writing these things, since you're writing so many things?
Oh, not far at all. My writing schedule is based on when the artist needs it.
Okay. Floppy sweet spots, guys. You guys are banned off YouTube and keep it up to date.
Yeah. There are some books that I like to write ahead on. Ideally, my plan is to get more ahead on Destiny New York, so I could have 2 volumes in production at once as we're coming to one artist's the end of his run and starting a new one. I would love to have that going on at the same time so I can be a bit speedier putting that out. But yeah, as far as this goes, I like a switch in between issues. It helps me to have a vibe switch. Like writing Private Dance is very different from writing Amorini Amateur Cupid, which is very different from writing Cthulhu, So
right. Jumping
from title to title gives me a bit of a refresher and makes it fun and new every time.
Yeah, and that's not counting your Zenoscope schedule. It's still the same it's ever been, right? It didn't drop because of your production here?
No, I took back my Zenoscope work at a time when my production was ramping up incredibly here. So I took it back when I was at my busiest at the time. And now I'm 10 times busier, which I like, and I'm hiring people so that they can take care of some of the packing, because the packing was killing me, having to write and fund and build the campaigns and then pack yourself. That works when you're doing 4, 5, 6, 7 campaigns per year. But when you're doing 16 last year and 32 this year, it's not gonna work, So as far as Zenoscope goes, I just take those gigs as they're offered. I was offered 2 today, took both of those, and if it comes down to me having to pull back on certain things, I always make the right call, I think. But I definitely I don't want to slow down at Zenoscope at least. Other work for hire, I have to get a pretty compelling offer to do it still. But Zenoscope, I always love to work with.
Nice.
Yeah, you just screwed up Travis, because you said you're doing 32 campaigns this year, and he's like, how can I come close to that number? How can I come close to that?
I'm with Chuck. I watched Matt's face.
I did.
Matt's,
I was like
brain exploded.
32, but I don't even know how to comprehend 32 in a year, my man. Unless you're doing like 7-day campaigns.
Oh no, I have people working for me. So, for example, Cheeky Comics, I have my guy Steve is on that account. I'm going to do a new imprint called Dark Veil, which is going to be a sort of a dark fantasy horror imprint that we're doing a writer's room for this week. I'm going to have my guy Chris running that imprint. I have Shannon doing the merch page, and then I have my personal page. So the goal is to do a campaign every month on both my page and Cheeky, and to make Dark Veil quarterly and have merch every other month or so.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Wow.
That's
so
incredible.
You do a Kickstarter for your merch, Pat?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm
not as up to date on all your campaigns.
Yeah, I don't do every item, but for example, for Make 100, I had an item that I was going to use as a cover for Destiny New York, and then I would just thought, I've never done Make 100, and I want to experience all Kickstarter things, so I turned that into a campaign for a metal print, and that did very well. And then last year I did some pins, and then I also try to find a way to move old stock. I have 2 storage units, and in one of them, I have, books that I printed in 2018 that I have quite a bit left of. So I did a campaign called Prison Witch: The Complete Series. I kickstarted volumes 1, 2, and 3, and now I was offering a way to get the variant covers as a bundle, and through that, it's a merch campaign technically, but I pretty much use that small campaign to just liquidate old stock.
Okay.
I've been thinking about that for a couple of years because I've got a bunch of old stock. But I also do what you do is I do the drops where I drop them in mid campaign, sell variant covers that I have old, and most of the time, probably if I drop 12 items on a campaign, 10 of them will sell. So,
Chuck, that would be actually really helpful to me. It's a shame I'm not running Geekorama anymore because we could have used that to just give him at least once a month promo spot.
You're not up to date with the campaign. He has a campaign for his book with the details like shit.
Bro, what's so funny is that that sounds like a crazy idea, but it's something that we even discussed because check this out. We were at Exotica last year, and that con does very well for us, and then we publicized going, and at the end I saw that there was a bunch of Exotica pamphlets, just like the con booklet, on the table. And in my head, the evil salesman spoke up, and I was like, yo, Steve, grab all of those. So we grabbed like 20 of the programs, and during our packing sessions, I had the team sign them, and I put them on the Kickstarter, and we sold out of that. It's like, and the best advice I can give is find creative ways that to do things that people aren't already doing. There's so many cool little things that your audience might want that you would never think of, and if you just try a few things here and there, you might be surprised by what people latch onto. Like I'm asked for stickers all the time, and I put stickers out and they sell pretty consistently, but something like that, which was completely free to me, I just saw it and I was like, take all those sold out in like 5 minutes.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's
so
amazing.
Just thinking outside of the box is a pretty good bet.
Well, I think I think when people get shocked at your campaign, like I never get shocked at how many books you want to do, because I'm like, I want to do that many books. I want to make comics. Like I want to make as many comics as I can in a year. That doesn't upset me at all. Like where people are like, who cares? Like he wants to do fucking comics.
Oh no, don't get me don't get me wrong. I'm not saying 30. I'm just saying that is an incredible number to be like, to not just say I want to do it, but to be like, dude, we went through 2 campaigns of Pat's on this show.
Right.
And both of them, each one of them has more money than all the other campaigns combined, and each one of them does. It's just saying that's incredible that you can have campaigns at that level and still be able to manage it and do it successfully. I have a lot of respect for that. That's just really impressive. That's really impressive. Yeah. That's why I was shocked, not because I'm like, Pat, you're crazy for doing that. I mean, you are crazy for doing that, but it's a good kind of crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I think there are people who get confused. Like, and I always get confused by that comment. Like when they're like, "You're doing too many campaigns." I was like, "But I want to make comics. Why would I not make more comics?"
It's about if you can be successful doing it. If you're doing well, why wouldn't you do more?
Right.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I look back and you look at all these writers who had, their time. Like Bendis had a time where he was the writer. If you look at how many books he was doing, if you search the Marvel solicitations, he was doing like 6 or 7 a month, right? So if you take that into a year, that is about what I'm doing, or maybe I'm even doing less than that, if you bring in my work for hire into that. So I think that because Kickstarter is such a different thing, people are like, wow, he's launching a lot. And I am. But I think that,
But what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong.
I mean, like I put a post on Twitter the other day about being grateful for Kickstarter. I mean, this is like I think it's like a mini revolution in publishing, because before if you wanted to make something published, you'd have to go to a publisher of one of the comics, and then you got to wait and see if you'll get approved for it. And that's up in the air. Where now with Kickstarter, you're putting it in the hands of the fans or just people that are interested in that product. So it is bypassing the publisher, the big person in the chair that's calling all the shots. You're putting it into the hands of the people that want it. So if you're being successful at that, that's a big revolution, I think, in publishing.
Yeah, I agree. Kickstarter, I feel, is the most important thing to happen to comics, probably since the image exodus. People always say, every time a new publisher drops, like, I don't know what it's called, but there was a new one that came out around this time or so last year, I think, and they've had some great books, but they came out, it's the new Image. But when Substack came out and it was Nick Spencer hiring all the same writers that these publishers always hired, by the way, everyone's like, this is the new Image. Hey, no, it's not. That's what everyone else is doing. Kickstarter is the new Image, because what Image did was put the power in the hands of the creators as opposed to the companies. Kickstarter is doing that. It's removing the non-essential middleman and giving power to the people who want to make the books.
That's right.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's even more powerful, this year and last year, as we see more and more publishers drop like flies, and more publishers taking books and not giving money to creators. They're publishing books, and at the end of it, they you owe them a whole bunch of money somehow. Like, instead of well, maybe you shouldn't print 5,000 books. When I only sold 500. Why did you do that? Like, why did you put me in debt? Like bad business practices. And it's not one. I'm not talking about one particular company. I can name 7 right now that do that same practice. It's not one company. It's multiple. And that word creator owned doesn't mean what it meant. What that word creator owned means something very different at Image or Dark Horse versus some of these other publishers.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
So it's interesting, and it allows you to have that. But again, if you want to get that direct market, you want to get a little different name recognition, you can do that. In fact, I'm talking about doing a book for Image. There's a opportunity I have to write a backup for an Image title. I'm not going to say which one, but there's an opportunity. And what's great about it is I had a conversation with some people today about whether or not I should even do that, which is wild, because that's what Kickstarter's done for me. Like, I don't need that anymore. That cred, like, I have to debate whether or not that cred's worth it, where there was a time in my life you put anything in front of me and I was going to sign that contract. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's really cool, and that's what it shows us, which I think is really cool.
Well, at this point with Kickstarter, you own 100% of it.
Sure.
Once you sign a contract with a company, you're losing. Immediately, you lose something.
Sure. I mean, there's good and bad things for publishers. I'm not saying to bash on publishers. There's a lot of good publishers out there. There's a lot of people who can really help your career, and there's some people who can't do it. They cannot do Kickstarter. They're not capable.
Yeah.
They just
you
don't
get the
know
clout, you get the exposure with publishers.
Or they just don't know how. They don't know how to fund it. They're always going to do $1,000 campaigns. They just don't know how to do it, or they don't want to spend the money. They don't know the marketing. Don't know what look good. Sometimes they need that publisher to tell them, this looks good, this looks bad, this is the way it needs to go. Hey, I know that Pat guy too. Tom knows you.
I know Tom as well. Good guy.
All right. I may have to start doing yelling. I've been avoiding this for a minute. Does anybody need to go before I need to start yelling?
No, even if I did, I'd want to come back just to hear you start yelling, man.
Right. So,
that's why we all came, and we paid big money to see you lose your cool.
All right. I'm going to go grab my refill of my beer. Let's see. What am I going to have to do? Ben.
Yeah.
You're going to tell people about this Vixen book again.
Awesome.
While I'm gone.
Okay.
I'm going to yell about it when I get back.
Might get a drink
Okay.
too.
Yeah, people can get a drink if you need to, because I'm going to start yelling at people, let people know why we do this, what the fuck the point of it is.
Intermission. Everybody take
intermission for a second. But while I'm on intermission,
yeah, you said that's so good. Dude. I thought he like queued that up.
let's figure out. Let's find a good page. We'll talk. Let's see where all the chickies are. There we go. That's a good page to talk about. All right, talk about that cover. I'll be back in 2 minutes, and I'm going to yell when I get back. All right.
That's the base cover for issue 2 by artist Nico Turan. This issue, basically, the mob is trying to get the Vixens back, and they have sent in their special weapon, which are the Cyber Piranha. If you've ever read Shark of War, you know what those are, but that's part of this universe where biological weapons are a thing, and the bad guys have access to them, and they are using them because they want these women back, and they are going to take them if they can get them. So there are 8 of them. Each one has a unique ability. There's the woman who's good with the gun. There's the woman who's good with the knife. There's the girl with the muscle in the back. There's the woman who can run fast. There's the woman who's a martial artist. There's the medical doctor. There's the woman who knows how to get stuff, who has common sense and survival skills. So she kind of takes care of the keeping everybody alive. And then there's the young girl who's the sister of the leader, who's just getting her footing under her. She's the one kind of cowering in on her knees there. So that's kind of the story, and it just goes for this. Like I said, you can read the first issue for free at the link on the site. I don't ask for an email sign up or anything. It's just go ahead and read it. It's got a bunch of bonus features in it too. And then this is the second issue that I'm funding here, though. Of course, you can get all the hard copies of the first issue if you want. And there's variant covers for this issue and for the first issue. For the first issue, I did a cover where 4 covers form one image. I think I had that earlier up. And for this one, I've got a couple of cosplay covers, plus another cover by a different artist, David Bath Gallert. And I don't know if I can keep talking until Travis is back. So I managed to talk until he got back.
All right. I am back.
Man, I really wish Travis could have heard all that good stuff, that inside info that Ben just dropped on us, man. It's stuff he said, I'm not going to say it ever again, but I'm going to say it right now. Good
All
stuff,
right.
Ben. Thank you for all that.
All right, motherfuckers. I am back. All right. Here is what we're going to do, motherfuckers. I have a fucking list. Let me show you. I read a list. On this list is people's campaigns, their hopes and dreams. I give a small little percentage of what I think that they can make. Some small little minuscule wish to the fucking internet. All right. And I go, hey, motherfuckers, these people have dreams, and they went to Kickstarter and they put their hopes and dreams on Kickstarter. They're like, hey, can I get a book? And some people are living their best lives on Kickstarter, doing well. Some people are struggling, and I'm here to help both people. I don't care if you're eating like kings or struggling. You all got to grow and get up to the future. So these campaigns need a little bit of help, and I need to get them off my fucking list, or I can't go to bed, or I can't write my fucking script. You want Granite State Punk number 4? You need to fucking help me out here. All right. You want me to do another Coins of Judas? You need to fucking help me out here, because I made promises that I fucking clearly couldn't deliver. Last time I fucking crossed them all off and I could go to bed, but not tonight, because some of you fuckers wanted to watch the whole show and not pay the piper. All right. Not pay the piper. So we're gonna go through it. We're gonna try to help these people out. I'm going to show you Ben's campaign. Ben's talked to you for a long time about these vixens. Vixen is a made-up word that's not even used anymore, but Ben thought it was relevant. Ben thought it was relevant. That's what we're going to do. I have even brought in one assistant here to help me. I brought in one assistant who's known me for a long time, who also is willing to tell people to fuck off. That's Chuck Pino. He's not fucking dead yet. Yes. And he's going to yell at you, too, if you don't fucking back shit, all right?
I will fuck you people with a steel-spiked dildo. You better get in there and get your fucking wallets open, because I am not fucking around.
Right.
Dude, hey, guys.
Chuck had to move to fucking Canada because you guys wouldn't back enough of fucking projects.
You know how bad it's got to be to have to live in Canada? Oh, hey, Raymond, what's up?
Hey. We've had a pretty mild winter. It's not that terrible.
Chuck, I have to ask you, because my son actually asked me if are you actually going to buy long pants?
I don't know. I'm still not sure. I'm probably
That's what
gonna.
People want to know,
right? I'm gonna wait as long as I can. Let's be completely honest. Eventually, I'm gonna have to, but I just got the news today actually that it's being sped up. That I'm gonna be there even sooner than I assumed. But I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna try to wear shorts as much as possible.
Well, where are you going to? Ontario?
Yep.
That's not Canada anyway.
What the fuck? Where are you from? Just some Newfoundland bullshit?
I'm from Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan? Saskatchewan's like the Kansas of Canada.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's the prairie belt.
All right. So
it's the flyover
let's
state.
See. We have yelled about Ben here. Look, all right. Look at that.
You did it.
Jesus. Ben's on my list. He's off my list. Thank you. See, was that fucking hard? Why couldn't you fucking do that at the beginning? Why'd we have to waste our time? Get Chuck involved. Ooh. Chuck should be spending quality time with his family. He's just like, fucking, I have to save the internet again. It's embarrassing, really.
I left my family. I'm like, fuck these guys because I have a job to do.
Right. The internet needs me.
I have a digital cape that's fluttering, motherfuckers.
And as you're running towards that, Wendy's like, who's fighting? No one's fighting. I'm just giving people money. What?
So
why can't you do that for us?
Who are we helping next?
So Kat's got a stupid book. Fucking books, man. They like people want to read shit. She was here last week and she's just like, I didn't get enough money. So like whatever. So let's talk about it. All right, look, guys. I don't like, hold on, I'll go big. I don't like reading books either. Those books on the shelf over there, those are just imaginary. Those aren't real books. I've never read them. I just want someone to be able to read the names on the side and go, ooh, look, Travis is fucking cultured. I'm not cultured. I've only watched movies my entire life. I don't know. You guys have seen how I spell on the internet. Like, I am not fucking very educated. I can't read very well. So we need to help Kat out. Maybe I can get a book in my life and I can read it. I have backed all three. I haven't read a single one. I give them to my kids. They like them. It seems to be working out all right. But someone on the internet's got a bad book because Kat, here's the problem. And Chuck, bear with me. She fucking proofreads a couple shit and feels she's got some sort of clout over me. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it is tough because she can spell and you can't, and that's right. Difficult. That's difficult.
Right. So let's see if we can get fucking this book get a couple of dollars, because apparently books need money too. We only need one backer, so we just need one of you guys to give her a buy a book.
Just buy a book. Just one book.
Raven says, buy a book and never read them. That is our world. Right, exactly. Actually, I actually hate it when someone buys my comic and they haven't read it. That's right. Yeah. Tremendously. Bye, Ben. Ben already left.
Yeah, sorry, bye, Ben.
So yeah, we're trying to get Kat a book here. Kat, you want to tell people why they should buy this book? Oh, that's Ben's shit.
Why they should buy the book?
Ben's Vixens is gone.
You should buy the book because Travis said so. No.
That's
You
probably
know
not
why
the
you should
best
buy the
pitch.
book? I'll
Why?
tell you why you guys should buy the book. Because these stories are what get our kids started in literature. It's what gets them excited about stories. We all had these kinds of things when we were kids. We had great fun books, and I know that they're not technically kids books; they're all ages. They're for anyone. And I love that there's people that feel that way. I'm not the guy who's gonna go watch the new Disney movie, so I have a hard time seeing that. But I know that that's there. But we're constantly talking about, the doom and gloom of comics and literature in general, and this, motherfuckers, is the solution. You need to read to your kids, to show them great stories, to show them, to keep them away from Eric Cockrell's bald ass head. I love that guy, but fuck that dude. I only said that in the hope that he happens to see this and be like, motherfucker. And no one swears more when it comes to trying to sell kids books than me. But you know what, people? These fucking kids need to grow up to be classier than my swearing ass. So buy them some motherfucking books, make them better people, and maybe they won't get deported.
Right. Exactly.
Right. My books prevent deportation.
Right.
To Canada.
What?
It does.
To Canada. I make no guarantees as to other countries.
Isn't there like an upward swing? No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Yeah. You don't want to send your kids to Canada. Like, we will send all your kids to Canada. And because those are the immigrants we're trying to get rid of. That's what I hear from the news.
Kat, I want to see a promotional post from you tomorrow where it literally just says my books prevent deportation, and then you have your link, and it's been said on the internet. Now I've said it to someone that wasn't you
It's a
said it.
thing.
I want to see if you can get some sales
Put
from
it
that,
in
'cause that's an incredible line.
So that book is there. No one has given a shit that we're trying to sell a book. We're gonna come back to it in a minute, but the link is in the fucking descriptions, guys. And I'm gonna come back, and I'm just gonna have to get fucking angrier when I come back, and I don't want to do that. But I've got to sell other people's book because I've failed all around here. I've just fucking failed. I'm sorry, Joey. This is why you're running the campaign over Abandoned Bards, because I'm just a failure. Like, damn it.
Checks out. Yeah.
Checks out. Checks out. I couldn't even get people to look, here's the Chuck. This is the fucking bullshit, right? This is my show. I do really well on my show. People watch. We've got a lot of viewers right now. I didn't even get a follower on my own campaign. Motherfucker. Like, that's free. Motherfuckers.
Damn.
Damn. Right? Damn.
Holy
shit. Like, it's not hard. Like, you didn't even have to give me a dime. You just had to click a fucking link.
Nobody here backed it. Nobody here followed it whatsoever.
Right.
And there's a few of us here who have multiple
accounts. Yeah, you could have logged into something else, but they were like, no, fuck that guy. He's done nothing for me. I actually don't want you to go on other accounts. I actually, if you're following, I'd like you to back it. That'd be nice for me. But
right.
Yeah, it's wild. But that's not why I'm here, Chuck. And the reason why I brought you in, I don't speak Canadian, and Raymond's trying to sell some sort of book. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about earlier, so maybe you can translate.
Okay.
He said something about I don't know, blame Canada. Like I don't know what he said.
It's like the South Park with the bobbly heads and the
right, like
the flathead.
Don't kick. He told me not to kick a baby, and that's all I know. Like, don't kick the baby.
Raymond, Beaver Maple Moose, Pamela Anderson, Jim Carrey, and half of William Shatner.
Oh, I feel like I'm the moose in the room. All right.
Tell us about I Hate the Morning.
Okay, I Hate the Morning. It's a one-shot horror story about some younger people, college kids, partying in the woods, and they awaken a vampire. And it's kind of based off a 80s slasher horror movie sort of type of storyline, and yeah, except that it's with a vampire instead of your typical slasher.
Question for you, Raymond. I know Canada's a little behind. Did you guys just get Jason Goes to Hell, or are you guys at Jason? Where are you at? Is he in space yet? Where are you at in Canada?
Jason Goes to Hell.
Where were you at when you left? I think you just started the Jason series. Like, wow, it's the mom.
Oh shit! I just figured it out. No, I don't know. I've always been a fan of the classic horror movies, so I wanted to make a horror comic because I like the whole premises of, I don't know. I wanted to do a vampire story with blood and all that good stuff. So it was supposed to be black and white, but I changed it because I was getting charged for full color. So I thought, why jip out? So now I'm coloring the whole thing.
Sarah says you got her at vampires, which is good. So
yeah. He's a dormant vampire that gets awakened and starts slaughtering them, basically.
You know, Pat, I got a question for you.
Hit me.
Because you've written Van Helsing, which is probably the most the vampirist of the vampires, or he's a vampire hunter. Rather,
he was the vampire hunter, yeah.
So, do you think writers just got lazy and that's why they created this dormant where they go to sleep shit? They're just like, I don't want to do all 700 years. Let's just get him to sleep for 3. like, explain it to me as like a professional writer, like you are. Like, why did that happen?
I think it creates an interesting weakness. You know, it creates a dynamic between, for example, in Dracula, in Salem's Lot, there's a human character who is in the vampire's thrall who they need to guard them during the day. It adds this sort of situation where a hunter could get in and get access to the vampire if they're crafty enough. You know, it adds a bit of fallibility that's interesting. That makes it dynamic.
All right. So it wasn't lazy writing.
No, plus it's cool to see a vampire burn in the sun too. You know.
Well, you know, I kind of wanted to do it too, where he was like weak, where he wakes up and he's weak, right? So it's like, you know, almost like he's feasting off of rats or something, you know, and then you kind of gain your strength and it builds up into the big monster that you expect to see. So that's basically how it kind of plays out a little bit too.
So first up, Jim Rowley, you still here because I got to talk to you for a second. And Raymond, we hit your goal, by the way. I just kept going.
Did we?
Oh yeah. I promised you 33 or 34, so you got 2 more.
Oh, excellent.
So you're good. I promised you 590 or 594. So you're good, brother. You're 100% good. We got you off this list, so I don't have to yell about it. So I'm calming down a little bit. I'm calming down.
You need to take another sip of that beer. That's what it is.
Murphy Scout. See, I love Guinness, but for like Publix has Murphy, so I'm like, ooh, it's a different Scout. I feel fancy. It's basically like Welfare Guinness.
I got rum, so
I like rum.
Oh, I should grab my rum.
All right. So let's get you out of here. We're doing good. We're going to Chuck. You doing all right? Jim, did Jim leave? Jim,
yeah,
of course
solid.
Jim left. Jim said hi and then just fucking bounced.
Isn't that the way of it though? Like you see it pop on, you're like, "Hey guys," and then you just like leave. They didn't say anything to me right away.
I want to point out, still no friends here. Like, don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah, I went and just checked just to make sure. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I followed this dude. Yeah, I've already followed him, man.
Redo that one because I think you're wrong.
All right. I got one. All right, one person. Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thanks for being so sad about it. Oh yeah, one, whatever.
No, just one.
It's just Chuck, that guy.
Just Chuck.
Come on, show some pages, Travis.
You know he won't be able to buy it anyways because it's Canadian. Like
Chuck, I don't want your Canadian money. Like, does that even translate? How does that fucking work? I don't know how that works.
I'm gonna take all the Canadian coins out of the slot machines here and pay you in that.
Chuck has this big. By the way, Chuck, I just found out from Heather that my passport is good till October 2025, so I can come see you. So
Just
welcome.
come to Regina.
I always have. But dude, we're gonna get banned if you keep talking that kind of talk, okay? This guy with his Reginas and shit.
He can come see you when I come see you.
Because
We'll
Jerome's
have a
up there,
little
right?
party.
Yes.
Jerome's in
Quebec.
Quebec.
That's a long way away from
That's a
me.
long way.
Yeah, and I plan on doing a. So one thing that I have said, my kiddo and I have said, because we're both going up together, was one of the best things that's happened to me being in America the last decade has been traveling this beautiful country and seeing it literally from sea to sea, north to south, and being able to go to so many conventions. And the stupid thing is, I haven't been able to do that in my own country. I've literally been in Ontario and a little bit of Quebec, and then flown to some cities.
It's
I want to be able to
expensive
do
fly
there.
anywhere in Canada.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So I want to be able
ridiculous.
to
I see you
do
guys
there
going to
what
the conventions
I've done
in the
here.
States. You're like, oh, I'm going to this convention over here in this state, and this state, and I'm like, how much does this cost? And it's like, it's pretty minimal for you guys compared to what we're paying.
You know what, Raymond? We'll do next year. We'll do Calgary Fan Expo, and when I drive out, I'll just pick you up halfway, and we'll head over there together.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning on pulling Chuck in for a show in October.
Because
No,
it's
me
like
November.
$500 to fly to another province.
Yeah. No, I'm going to be driving it.
All right. Well, we need some money here for cats still.
Just $1, guys. Come on.
One of you fuckers.
No, look, let's get her to the grand. You guys can do it.
Oh my
you cheap
God, a grand would
bastards.
be amazing. A grand means me going back live on Twitch.
I didn't mean give you $1,000. I meant get you
Oh.
to a grand.
Oh, okay. Darn it.
All right. I'm trying to wrap this up. Whoever's calling me, I'm going to keep declining it because I do not have time for that shit because I am busy running a fucking show. You probably know that or you wouldn't be calling me. Leave me alone.
My mom called me the other day while I was live on the EXP. I'm like, love you, Mom. No.
All right. So this other one is a comic book that fucking is cute as hell. Dude, all right. Real talk. All right, guys. Shh. Nobody's here. Shh. Just us. Just us. Nobody's here. There's nobody in the background. Look. Jerry is cousins with Tiernan, with James Tiernan. Okay. I like James Tiernan, and that could help me. So fucking let me be friends with him. Don't fuck this up. Give him $1. He doesn't hear me. Okay? Shh. All right. Cool.
Tiernan,
No one heard that, right? What? What, Pat?
Tiernan, you know?
Tiernan? Yeah, I should probably learn how to say his name, huh? I really want to ask that question one day and go, hey, James, I used to dread seeing your name in a fucking cover because it was attached to Scott Snyder, your co-writing. And then one day you wrote your own shit. I really liked it. What the fuck happened? Like, explain to me. Like,
Raymond's trying to help.
You had
well,
me
then,
at you.
then ask questions in chat, bro. All right. Let's see. The Grizzle Crew. All right.
Oh, that's
All right,
cute
so
as
this is
shit.
it. This
Yeah.
is cute. It's a cute little kids book. It's $10. It's like $3 for the digital. How much for the digital? $6 for the digital.
$6. That's why I updated. I was at digital before, and I was like, wait, it's only $4 more.
Yeah,
No
$4.
way.
Basically, the
Gotta get
shipping,
the-
right?
Yeah.
What
Cute
book
little-
is this?
This is a new guy, Jerry. He's actually doing a lot of stuff. He actually does Scott Snyder's Cloakroom. He does that book as well, and he does this cool book over here, Suicide Samurai. He's very, very cool. I'm trying to be his friend. I like him.
And I love the fact that he's writing this with his child.
He also does Billy the Kid, which was he's the editor over there over at Blue Juice. So he's a good guy. I like Jerry. And again, help me out, bros. Give him $1. I told him I'd get him another backer. Help me out here.
Billy the
he
Kid.
just-
Isn't that Justin Gray's book?
What's up?
Billy the Kid. Isn't that
Billy
Texas
does it
Raven?
great. He's the editor of it. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So, there you go. All right.
Raven has a very in-depth question that's too long to type.
I don't have time to get. I love Raven. I love you, but you come on and you have to do a
It's the
stand-up
Raven
routine
show.
for 4 hours. I don't have time for that. I love you. I want to go to bed. I want to go to bed. All right. Let's see. So we're trying to get him one backer to get him to 85. I'm saying 85. Somebody's got to like this book. Let me share it out. If you guys can share it out, that would be great. Try to get him to 85. It's a cute little book. It's about bears that are protecting this town. It's a story that they're telling their kids. I'm sharing it out on Twitter.
Sarah.
What's going on? Is Raven being crazy?
No, Sarah says snort a line of hot sauce like Chuck, and I'll put in $50.
I don't.
Crap.
I don't know. I mean, I'm bringing Voodoo Nations up if that's what we're doing, but why did you do that, Chuck? Do you regret that?
You want the absolute truth?
Yeah.
No, it was hilarious. No, you know what?
It was
You
hilarious.
So the thing is that like at the time to put it all into so that like everyone sees it, we were at $1,500, and someone was like, "What will you do if you hit 2,000?" And in my mind, there was just no fucking way that we were suddenly gonna make $500. So I was like, I'll snort a line of hot sauce. Like, it was a joke. There was no fucking way. And then all of a sudden, hundreds start coming in, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And at that point, that money starts coming in. Like, you can't put your tail between your legs. Do I kind of wish I hadn't said it? Maybe, but I'm still alive, and there's nothing permanent that happens. So, no, actually.
So you have no regrets.
I would snort a line for hot sauce, but not for his book.
Fair.
I don't think him being the cousin of James here, James is going to help me out that much.
So well and good,
in the eye. Oh my gosh!
Apparently, my computer needs to restart all of a sudden. We're going to pause that for a minute. All right. By the way, Pat, you got your backer over here that we promised.
Yay, Pat!
Let's go. Beautiful.
So we got all your promises. So we literally need to get Kat backer.
$1,
get Jerry a backer. We got to get Voodoo Nations a backer. Well, we don't actually. We got a backer for Voodoo Nations, but I don't remember what my goal was.
Man, this is good.
See, the cat wants.
Oh, bro, he's been going off all night.
Is that Hoyt?
Yeah, wow, that is Hoyt. Yeah.
Well, that's your black cat's name, right?
Yeah, I have two black cats, but Hoyt is the full black cat. Yeah, I have Odo.
Okay, because I've seen him walking around in the background.
Oh yeah, he's
That is so funny that I ask her, "Hey, what book does he do?" She's struggling. I ignore it. She can't answer that question, but she can name his cat.
That's important. That's important. Listen, if someone doesn't like my writing, I mean they're objectively wrong, but I get. If someone doesn't like my cat, I want them fucking gone.
I will cut you.
I was threatened by my letter when I was doing Fallen, because there's a cat in there, and it's going to be a tragic tale. And he said, "If anything happens to the cat, I'm going to hunt you down, Ray." So I was like,
I got
to find an escape route for the cat in the comic.
I got one of my biggest editing jobs because of I showed him pictures of my cats.
There you go.
Your cats or calves?
Cats.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Kitty.
I heard calves for a second.
Yeah, cats are precious.
I heard calves. All right. So all we've got to do is get Cat back. Gotta get this grizzly bear book back. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. Wait, did your money move? What were you at? Did your money go down? Cass?
Me? Oh, don't tell
Yes.
me it went down. I'll have a heart attack.
It went down.
Oh my god, it did go down.
Now I'm getting stressed out.
Oh my god, no.
We're going the wrong direction, people.
Guys, no.
That's all right. These things happen. Calm. All right. I'm gonna have to yell again. I'm just getting it prepared. Talk about brighter things. Joey, what else is going on? What other project you working on? Who else is next?
Tell us something happy, Joey.
There's lots of really cool stuff that's going on, man. I don't know, what do you guys want to hear about? Like, we got tons of comic books coming up. We have Band of Bards stuff. We definitely have some really cool offerings that we're going to be having in there. You wanted to do a hardcover. I know you really wanted to do that one. I want to know why, though, Travis.
Oh, for coins? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think hardcovers are special. When we're going to Kickstarter, you want to make it special. I think that Kickstarter as a whole has kind of lost. People just kind of throwing a lot of stuff down. If you're going to throw something on Kickstarter that's come out, even in any aspect somewhere else, you got to make it special. So I really want to do the hardcover. So we want to do it limited. We want to get it to where it needed to be. So we had to figure it out. I'm really excited. Do you want to see the cover? You want to bring it up? We may make some changes. We can show it. It's mine. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
This is going to be the first time I see it too, actually, because
yeah, Rowan's did it. And we may have a different cover for the hardcover because we're thinking about doing something special. We may do the Stan Yak cover for the hardcover, but this is going to be at least a soft cover because we haven't worked out all those details yet, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But this is it. It's pretty cool. Hold on, Raven. Question: if you'll blow your ship up enough, what is the marketing behind it? When you capitalize off of CM Punk used his wrestling career to write a comic, was Bob Ice fan. CM Punk did not do well on that comic. Jada Parker Silverback did not do well on that comic. People used to start behind him creating themselves a book because for big you want to support them with the actual product. I mean, I get it, but neither of those books sold really well. So they're bad examples.
And to answer Sarah's question, $40.
There we go.
Oh, look at that. That's spectacular, cool. Travis.
We're still working on it. May do some tweaks, but it's a cool cover.
I think that's nice. That's sick.
I see some potential for some spot foiling.
There's all sorts of stuff. We'll get the logo on there. There'll be some cool stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be the cover. It's gonna be nice.
I would just tweak the coins themselves. Those look kind of weird.
Oh, like make them treated.
Yeah, well, I mean the characters are hyper detailed, and the face on the coin is very, very rough. So when I first saw it, I thought they were like balls, and then I looked closer, and I realized what they were there. So I think more detail and more rendering on the coins would be the one note that I would have on this.
Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. We've been working on that. We're almost completed the whole thing, so it's really cool. That's one of the good things that I love when I do books is they're pretty close to done when I try to make that a big deal. All right. Go and see them next week. We're probably bigger than anything we put out. Sure, but again, didn't work. Like Drax's book did not sell. Look at this. People heard your cry, cat. Let's look. Look at that.
Oh, thank you guys.
All right. You're at 36. You are still down, but that's all right. You get someone send you some love, which is great.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate it a ton.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Still going at least one in the right direction.
That's right.
I don't know who did that, but they got to be handsome as fuck. I can feel it.
Oh, Rayman, that's really nice that you did that.
I mean, he is. You're not wrong. Despite being from the flatlands.
Flatlands.
One of those flat Earth people.
All right, so we got to get Grizzle a little bit of love here.
That's the best thing about your province is wheat.
We got lots of it. That's where your beers come from.
That's true, actually.
My Murphy Scout came from Canada?
Yeah, from our wheat.
I don't know about that. Did it?
Well, that's what we're saying. And unless you can prove us wrong, fuck you and your beer.
I mean, no, this is the United Kingdom. It's imported from the UK.
Oh, that's
yeah, and where do you think they get their wheat from? They barely have any land.
This is true.
They have no choice but to believe us.
We're known for our potash, which is probably the fertilizer for the wheat that they use.
Potash? What?
All right.
I don't know. I just keep hearing marijuana references. I don't know anybody else here.
I was saying earlier, I was like, dude, I'm getting a contact high from fucking Joey, man.
So United Kingdom, product of the United Kingdom, imported by Heineken USA, White Plains, New York. So someone's lying somewhere.
Fine print says fertilizer from Saskatchewan.
Miracle Kingdom, Canadian dollars scare me. I agree. All right.
Is it cheaper?
Let's get big again. Look.
They shouldn't scare you.
My wife made a kid's book. It struggled. Pat made a kid's book. Didn't make his numbers. The numbers that they want. Kids' books are tough.
Yeah.
When he's writing it with his 8-year-old kid, like you're going to let his 8-year-old kid cry because he couldn't get his comic book. You know, kids don't even read comic books these days. So help us with Grizzle Bears. It needs one backer. We need some love. Don't be afraid. Look, it's just right there. It just needs one backer. It's already funded. We already did that tonight. We just need to give it one little more push to show it the love that it deserves, the respect it deserves. We can do this as a family. Oh, Jerry's back. Hi, Jerry.
I came in right when you started being aggressive with your audience. I just want to say I appreciate it. I love all you guys, but if you're sticking around just to find an all ages person at 1:00 in the morning who's going to give us a couple of dollars for my book,
motherfucker, you don't know how I do.
He'll keep us here.
I will keep you here all night.
I am tired. I called in Chuck. Like that's like I'm calling in the big guns for you, Jerry. Chuck,
I gotta be honest.
I'm calling Chuck for many things, but
no. I gotta be honest though, man. I'm not sure I want to meet the person who decides at 1 a.m. I really want a children's book. So, like, I mean, hey, man, I hope you get the money. I hope you get it. But anybody who's like, I'm gonna buy some children's books right now. Maybe don't bring your kid to that signing. That's all I'm trying to say.
The other one dropped down 40 was Cats. I can share that link too.
Yeah.
We just need $1 because I promised her. I promised Jerry $1, and I like Jerry, and I'm trying to be Jerry's friend. I don't want Jerry to know this. I'm glad he's gone. He's got friends. He's friends with Scott. He's got a cool cousin. He's not leveraging it for his own, so I don't think it's super useful. But I'm going to try anyway.
I feel like I'm messing up that way. I feel like I should do more about it. I'm trying not to. But
I'm not afraid to exploit those contacts. But no, I like Jerry. In fact, I just actually asked him to do a private Zoom meeting, for private stuff. None of your business.
1 a.m.
No, he asked some questions to me to help, but I've liked Jerry for a bit. I think he's a cool cat. Chuck did have some questions about what you do with Billy the Kid. You're the editor, correct?
Yeah, I'm one of the editors. So it's Justin Gray and Barry McLean created it. It was on Kickstarter twice years ago. And Blue Juice Comics picked it up. The first volume ran in stores monthly. We did a trade paperback, and then they started a volume 2. And everyone at Blue Juice and myself, we all have day jobs. And so I kind of had more free time for a little while. So I started working with Justin and with Barry on just kind of moving the project forward so that they'd have another volume ready for stores pretty quickly. It was around that same time I met you, and I started seeing what you were doing on Kickstarter, and I talked them into the first campaign I worked on Kickstarter was for Billy the Kid #6. Nice. So I'm one of the editors. I'm a co-editor, and I work with the publishing company on that one.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I like those guys. In fact, we all had lunch together. They're just like, we all agreed that we were going to do a book together, and then walked away and did not do a book together. And it's been 2 years. And then every time we see each other, we're like, oh yeah, we should do a book together. And they don't. What's really cool about Blue Juice is that, like, I'm like, hey, I have all these books that aren't in stores. They're like, fuck those books. We want a new book. I was like, well, but that takes a way longer time. You know, I have all these other books that we could do. They're like, fuck those books.
Yeah.
You're not that big of a publishing company. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but
they're pretty funny because there were 4 of those guys, and they all like they'll have different opinions about that. Like some people will be like, Travis, I remember talking to them about you years ago when I first met you at MegaCon a few years back. And I think Mike Mosconi was with me, and we met you together at that time. Tom Mom, Mike Mosconi were both those 2 guys down there. And Mike right away was like, he has all these books that aren't in stores yet. Why don't we just pick those up? And right away, Tom and I were like, well, it'd be great to do something new. And then I've come around to Mike's side of it, but we're all like, again, everyone has day jobs. I'm like, he's got all these books that are already ready to go. I was like, maybe we could convince him to let us release the, Cthulhu Invade series as like a bunch of, like, we'll figure that out. And right away, it's like, well, we'll talk. I don't know. Who knows? And we're probably too late.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. I'll definitely talk about it because I love it. And I know a couple people who are huge fans of Billy the Kid, like huge fans. They're like, it's the best book I've ever read. And I was like, you read comics? Like, and not only do you read comics, you know about this book? Like, literally, it's one of those friends. I'm like, how do you know about comics? Like, I don't even know you read comics. And like, how do you know about this particular weird ass book?
Yeah. Justin's kind of like Justin Gray is not a huge self-promoter. He doesn't go on a lot of interviews and stuff, but he has a pretty good like Kickstarter following. So he does pretty well. All of his books break usually around $10,000. He's got something going now called Blue Geisha. I think maybe it just ended, but he wrote and created that. He used to do like a bunch of stuff with Jimmy Palmiotti back in the day at DC. And he was like kind of my mentor in all the Kickstarter stuff at first. Nice. He just isn't a guy who gets on a lot of podcasts and talks about it, but he's got a really dedicated following, and so like that book raised a good amount of money twice, and it's just a lot of fun. I think we got my back.
There's your dollar.
There it is.
Your $10. I don't know who it was. It was probably someone in this room. They are. Thank you.
I think it was Chuck.
It was
Chuck.
So do I get to hang out with your buddy now? I don't have any money. Now, especially not now.
Chuck, damn it, Chuck.
I have to spend all my American dollars before I go over the border, or else they'll just disappear.
It's not how Canada works.
Are you sure?
Well, that's how borders work. As soon as you credit, it just goes. It just disappears.
They confiscate every American dollar that crosses the border.
Dude,
everybody knows that.
It dusts like a fucking Thanos snap as soon as you walk over the border.
All right,
you should have seen, man. I went over the border last time, and my pockets just they were done.
Yeah, that's what happens. You went to a grocery store.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished what we started out to do. We have marked everybody off the list. We've got everybody what they promised. Again, 100% success rate on that shit, except for that one time. But it was really late at night, and I needed to go to bed.
Yeah.
And Chuck was
a children's book.
By the way, this is why Chuck has to go to Canada. Like, he's always at 1 a.m. Sarah says right now she has 2 jobs and can't get more than 12 hours a week.
Head north, girl. You always have a spot on my couch. That
sounds kinky. I don't know what's going on here.
You know what, man? What happens between 2 consenting adults is none of your fucking business, Travis. It's not all about you. I'm trying to use it to pick up chicks, and here you are like, can somebody buy my stupid book? Some of us want pussy.
I think they call it cock blocking.
I know, right?
I just want to say, Chuck, you remember that creepy guy at 12 in the morning once about kids?
Oh, it turns out it's
Only
me?
me and you, just for the record.
Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, according to Megan's Law, I do have to tell you that.
Oh boy.
According to Megan's Law.
I don't know, you guys.
Anyways, I'm going to sit and bullshit for a little bit because I'm having a good time. And I haven't finished my beer yet. But I know that people wait till this is done and they feel that they need to stick with me through this fucking process, which I appreciate. Go to bed. I know Matt's one of those people. Matt's got to go to bed. I feel it. I feel it in his bones.
Yeah, definitely. 3 hours on the stream, 2.5 hours. Yeah, I've got stuff I have to be doing, man.
I would say that everybody on this podcast right now, I would say that Matt is the one who looks least like the person who sleeps at night.
Right.
I am a night owl. I got some stuff I'm going to go watch real quick. But you're right. You're
Is there
right.
a compliment somewhere in there?
I'll take it. I'll roll with that.
It's like he looks metal as fuck. He looks like he's just going to be up till dawn, man. And go to bed when the sun comes up, right?
That's right. Hey, you heard the new trailer, man. I am a metal AF.
He's just leaving to go jam on his guitar for a while. That's all.
I'm gonna hang out for a little bit, probably 20 minutes. Then I gotta work on a script tonight. Believe it or not.
See what I tell you?
8-string guitar right here. That's what everything gets recorded on.
Oh, that's pretty.
But Matt, would you like to tell everyone where to find your metal ass?
My metal. Well, you can find me right here. No. You mean online? Okay. So yeah, the most important thing right now, you want to go to tinyurl.com/airs TPP3. Once again, that is tinyurl.com/airs TPP3. We got 6 days left for Heirs of Isildur, the Perilous Prospects, Book 3. You can get books 1 through 3. You can get any kind of catch-up tier you want. There's clothes, there's socks, there's you can still get our collectible color vinyl albums that we did. But we definitely are only 300 and change away from minimum funding, but we need to get there. We need to surpass it in these 6 days. We got to get there. We need you to be a part of our Steampunk Comics and Metal Collide. When we're not there, go to linktree.com/InSymmetry Creations. All of our links are there, and you can come hang out with us and see all the other fun, cool stuff we do. Travis, thanks for letting me be on here and shill some shiz tonight.
Always. You're always welcome. All right. And who else has got to go to bed?
I think it's past my bedtime.
All right.
I had a interview with Dave Baxter earlier, so I've been on the computer all day.
I like Dave. He's good people.
Yeah, he was excellent as usual, right? No, it was a good time. But yeah, I got to get up in about 5 hours, so it's time for me to go to bed.
Matt, you were going to bed. Go to bed.
Oh, dude, I thought that I didn't realize I didn't. I thought that we were just going to go. Can I ask a favor real quick before I get off of here? This may be the last time that I'm on a stream with Chuck before Chuck decides to depart from the land that we know and love of America.
You know we have the internet up north, right?
I understand that, but I'm just trying to find an excuse to get you to pitch my book.
Hold on, Matt. You have the internet in Canada? Why can't he let her all the time? Why did Kid Jerome just do this shit? Like, he tells me he has to wait till the internet turns on every day.
Oh.
Chuck, if you were going to
drop the ball.
Chuck, if you were going to pitch my book, how would you pitch it right now on the show?
Heirs of Isildur?
Yeah, just make somebody so scared they want to go back it.
Oh my gosh. Guys, are you fucking dumb? It's like, dude, it's like 17 issues of awesomeness. Am I wrong? It's pretty close to that, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, pretty much is.
It's pretty close to 17 issues. Dude, they got fucking side things. Like, there's so much shit going on in that book and in that series that if you like anything, they probably fucking wrote about it. Like you're like, oh, I don't know. I like watches. Yeah, there's fucking watches in there. I like leather. Yeah, they got lots of leather. They got all sorts of shit there. So, like, you're gonna find something you like, and you know you're gonna buy the fucking book anyways. So just pick up the fucking book, buy the fucking book, and stop whining. Oh, also do the same thing with the kids' books, because fuck yeah.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Hold on a fucking second, Matt. Hold on, before you fucking leave, Matt. Hold on one fucking second. So
okay.
You make this whole thing. I'm in the middle of talking to Ram, and you're like, wait. I go, oh, why haven't you left? You go, oh, I need to stay because I gotta, use Chuck one more time.
Because it was fun. I haven't heard Chuck's do that in a long time, man. I missed Chuck.
You let me fucking finish. You go, I want to use him one more time to pitch my fucking like before he leaves. That's what you fucking decided. You're not some like, hey Chuck, like I'm really sad that you're leaving our state. I really wish you were an American and you can stay here. No, you're like, hey, can you pitch my shit one
Chill
more
for
time?
me one last time.
One more time.
Eat those crackers,
Holy
bitch.
You're still an
Eat
American.
those crackers, bitch.
God damn it, Matt.
Oh, but that was fun. Hey, we all got a laugh out of it. That was the entire
We
point
did.
of it. I thought that was going to be some fun stuff. So.
I'm not allowed to swear on the EXP, so I'm having a blast. By the way, I don't know if you
Hey,
guys can tell.
Raymond, I didn't mean to take away from your pitch.
Oh, no worries, man.
I appreciate the fact that Raymond actually did a drawing for Indietober, and he did one for I Am Keto. So his Indietober I Am Keto drawing.
His
is in the I
Indie
Am
shit was
Keto book.
awesome. Yeah.
His Indietober I Am Keto drawing is in the book.
Thank you.
All
Excellent.
right, so I'll get out of here so that way you and Travis
honored.
can continue talking. I don't know if you guys can see, but the shirt's glowing in the dark because we do have glow in the dark shirts. So
Oh, shit, it is, eh? It looks
Yep.
a little green.
it is. It's glowing in the dark.
Goes
All right.
from-
Thanks for having me on. See you guys later and have fun and all that.
Later,
fun stuff.
Matt.
See ya.
Night, Matt.
Matt is gonna put ad space on his fucking tombstone. I'm certain of it. I love that motherfucker, but seriously, he's gonna put ad space on his fucking tombstone.
So Raymond, I apologize that you got interrupted. Apparently, our good friend Chuck is forced to leave the country, but he needed to pitch one more time. And that was more important than you saying your goodbyes and going to bed. But you can do that now. I apologize.
Well, okay. Well, anyway, thank you so much for having me on, Travis. I
No
appreciate all the help and it was a blast hanging out with all you guys tonight. I had quite a few laughs, even though my wife is probably cursing me in bed right now. It's like, what's
you
that
can have
asshole
wives in
laughing
Canada?
about down there?
You can have wives in Canada? I'm learning so
Wow.
much about Canada tonight.
Well, you know, they allow us one every 20 years, so.
Don't miss the window.
All right. Well, I shared the link. I shared Matt's link too, even though I kind of want to take it back. There's not a button for that. But I shared that. Matt, Miracle Kingdom wants to know, is Raymond's project I Hate Mondays? I hate the morning, but basically.
Well, tomorrow's Friday, so tomorrow's gonna be a good day.
But it looks like you got even a couple more backers since we talked. You got up to 600, so you're moving right along, brother.
Oh, excellent. But
Good
it
night.
worked.
Cheers.
Yes. Good night, guys.
Night,
Have a
eh?
good,
Take care,
good
Raymond.
evening. All the best of luck with your campaigns, everyone.
Thank you, sir. You too.
You too, buddy.
All right. Later, guys.
All right. Kat, you going to bed?
Nope,
And
I'm
Cap.
good.
Joey, you going to bed?
I want to ask Pat a question first. Pat, how many campaigns have you launched since we started tonight?
So far, 6.
Joey, do you need to leave?
Yes, I gotta head out.
He's got kids and he's got to get them to school and stuff. I won't make fun of Joey.
Man.
But
Yeah.
Joey,
Honor
would
those
you like Chuck to pitch your book for you one last time before he goes to
Yes, actually, yes, please, Chuck. Pitch everything for me.
We're doing your band of bards, right?
No.
No, he's got another thing.
God.
Okay, so show me his
well.
thing, and I'm gonna pitch it, and I don't even know about it. It's gonna
Oh,
be
God.
great.
All right, this better be good.
Show it to
It's
me.
just
Let's
gonna
see
be
it.
on the fly like this.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Don't fuck this up. We'll send you to Canada.
Because I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna use it. So go.
Well, you have to show me the fucking. You have to give me something. I don't even have a fucking title.
Nothing.
Oh
Okay.
shit. Okay. You remember how everyone got super excited about that last Resident Evil book movie game? I mean, it looks like there's a lot of that going on and more. This is a sweet, I'm gonna say, comic book news or like magazine, very much like Wizard.
Yeah.
Okay, very much like Wizard. You can see the homage there. Guys, we all say it all the time. We fucking miss Wizard. And this is Wizard without the bullshit. It's run by Joey, who I'm not going to say he's a pothead, but I did get high just hanging out in the stream with them. So it's going to be way fucking chiller and cooler and more interesting and fun. So why the fuck are you not picking this up?
All right. Yeah.
Try putting that on your fucking Kickstarter.
There you go.
There you go.
Put that on your fucking Kickstarter.
All right. So, Joey, you've got a final pitch from Chuck because apparently that's what people need before he moves to Canada. It's disrespectful to not ask Chuck, or it's disrespectful to ask Chuck. I forgot. I don't know where we're at anymore.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys. Travis, thank you for allowing me to come on and crash your party, man. But yes, I do want to promote the Band of Bards thing. We are running a Kickstarter for Travis's book, Coins of Judas. We're gonna be dropping a trade paperback. It's gonna be collecting issues 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, which is they're gonna be it's a little different, right? Because Travis loves to do things different, right? Not confusing at all. 1 and 2, and then Gambler 1 and 2, which is issues 1 through 4. So it's gonna be fun. It's exciting. So we're gonna drop some really cool stuff. There's gonna be soft covers, hard covers, exclusives only to this Kickstarter. So make sure you guys are checking that one out.
Yeah, it's a full graphic novel. It's over 100 pages. So it'll be good. It's good times. It'll be really exciting. New content, bonus content. We're looking at getting coins and fucking all sorts of cool stuff.
The coins that they were showing, like literally, like real metal, like commemorative coins. It's gonna be really cool. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with there.
Yeah, love it. So all right, thanks, Joey. I'll share that at some point when I find it again. It's in one of my
links. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Have a good night.
Take care, Joey.
Pat, you're normally now you need to go to bed. Are you good?
I'm good.
And Jerry, you came back, so I assume you're good, unless you came back to leave.
I came back because I actually came back and I saw that the Grizzly Crew was up, and I was like, he's still trying to make it happen. I got to come back in now.
You felt guilty.
I did. Oh, I felt like I wanted to be here for you since you were being here for me.
Well, I made Chuck back it, and he's got to go back to Canada because of backing shit like this. Like, this is the problem, really.
Yeah.
Burning up all of his American money.
It's fine. That's fine. Just you made forced immigration on person. If you're a Republican, this is probably a win for you. If you're a Democrat, this is probably not so great.
He took our jabs, and I'm an editor too. So of course you're like, yeah, he's got to stop taking my job. So let's get him out of the fucking country.
Jerry's an editor, so he's like, legitimately, he could be taking my job. So
taking my job.
Get rid of
him. Deport him to Canada.
Don't you try going over the northern border and editing, motherfucker. I will watch for you.
We need to build a much longer wall along that northern border.
The Canada's like, we have the Michigan like lakes, and we have Niagara Falls. Like, what else you need? We've got walls.
We'll build a wall right down the middle of those lakes, right down the middle of the lake.
Canada is America's Snuggie. You guys are like creating all this stuff, and you got all this shit going on, and we're just like, we're gonna snuggle up next to you and just have a good time and do nothing at all and feel like we're the best part of everything.
Are you confused since there's no queen anymore? Like what to do, because you're always gonna bust the queen, and now
spoiler alert, I'm not even caught up yet. Fuck, dude. Damn, I haven't even got there yet. Jeez, man.
What happened to the queen?
Oh no. Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
I just don't tell me who's next, because I had my money on William. So here's hoping. That Meghan Markle is going to take him far.
I am actually going to go to sleep, though.
Oh. All right.
Where can we find you on the internet, Jerry?
I'm at Thorny Comics everywhere, on the Instagram, on the Twitter, and on the Facebook mostly. And my website, thornycomics.com, will always point to any live campaign I have, or it'll point back to my Facebook.
Jerry, how much longer are you on Kickstarter for this project?
Grizzly Crew is only another 5 days.
Okay.
And then the other one I have going is an anthology of stories that it's all written by people in Scott Snyder's class that I'm editing and publishing, and there'll be one of those every 3 months for the next year at least. And that's going until I think March 12th.
Why don't you hit me up and I'll get you on the show?
Cool. Yeah, I love that, man.
Yeah. Chuck is an awesome
Because
show.
I have an early opening actually in March. So yeah, hit me up and we'll do that for you.
All right, cool. I'll do that. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got you.
I appreciate that too.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. Travis, as always, thank you.
No problem, brother. Have a good one.
Pat, it was a pleasure meeting you, sir.
I want to appreciate you, Jerry, not exploiting Chuck, our only Canadian resource that we're sending back to Canada.
Buy his book. It's pretty.
I'm gonna just use that as my video. It's gonna be that. Just no visuals whatsoever. That's gonna be my campaign video. Buy his book.
You're doing it wrong, Jerry. You got to know a little bit about marketing. We went and found a real bear. Show a picture of Chuck. Trust me, the bears will love it. And then
Chuck as a bear. Bye.
Well, no. Regular Chuck. You don't need to dress him up as a bear. There's a community.
I am a
that
bear.
will understand.
I don't get it.
It's fine. It's probably not great for
Sweetheart,
kids.
don't worry, you'll get it.
There's a couple of us bears on this podcast right now. I get it.
Pretty good.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Take care.
Bye, Kat. Thank you.
Fuck, now I have to do a solid for Scott Snyder? Man.
No.
Jeez.
Fuck, guys, then nothing for you. Jesus.
You know what? He's so lucky that I'm willing to help him out.
He needs the help.
He does. He's had a rough go. Yeah. And he has a hard time selling himself, much like, I don't know, our buddy Matt.
So Pat, how have you been? We haven't hung out in a while.
Been good. Chilling, Chilling. How about you, man?
Good. Things are good. Things are really good. Trying to figure everything out, get to the next level, leveling up, doing my things. So little time, you know how it is.
You gotta do it constantly, always trying to reinvent.
Yeah.
So these erotic events that you go to, I'm very interested in them.
Yeah, bro, I bet you are.
I am.
He used to edit an erotic book that was done poorly.
Very poorly.
I used to write tweets for like online porn companies. So hey.
Huh. So you were like a naked ghostwriter?
They couldn't figure out how to do their own tweets.
I mean, really, just show us a nipple and like we don't care what you write.
No, my favorite one was the gay Mormon porn site.
The gay Mormon porn site.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Making bottomless guys in white button-up shirts?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
But like Mormons, like you marry multiple wives so they can get their own, because women can't get into heaven without like literally you're in a front, like that's extra like bad. Like you're an extra up front. That's extra hard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, Chuck. I totally interrupted.
Yeah, Chuck wanted to know about these.
I don't know where to go from there.
Wait. So what about the?
Well, okay. So like,
this is crazy. It makes it sound way crazier than it is. It is
right?
Still.
So I guess part of it is like, okay, so do they have actual like are people actually walking around naked here, or do they all have like tassels and taped up, or like how crazy do these events go?
You can't be naked. You're supposed to censor nudity, but in general, some booths are just playing porn on a computer. They're not covering like the DVD covers and shit. But costume wise, you can see some nipples and stuff, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to cover everything. Which honestly, it's pretty much the same as a normal con in that way. You go to the con and anyone. This is actually a bit in Ice Summon Cthulhu #1. You can see if someone's wearing a Spider-Man costume, you can't just see a bulge. You can see the outline of their dick down to the shape of the head on it. It's those costumes leave nothing to the imagination.
Yeah.
People walk around in body paint, so it's not too dissimilar from that. It's just there's more of it. There's people walking around there's probably more thongs, I'd say.
Yeah. When we were at C2E2 last year, Henri Comban and I'm looking out, and there was this literally a group of camis from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And they were all bent over with their asses facing at us and at the cameras, and there was four or five of them all together side by side, and I'm just looking, I'm like, dude, there's not a bad one there. And the one in the middle just stands up and turns around, full on dude with a beard, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna take it back, man. I already said it. He has a great ass. Good for him. He won that round.
Yeah, bro. It's the fact of the matter. Some guys are cheeked up,
Dude, he is. He was. Seriously. Imagine the guy at the weapons check booth for the erotic con cosplay. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, just
Sorry, so
those,
we're gonna have to put a sticker on your dildo.
Honestly, the weapons, swords aside, the weapons at Exotica probably a bit more actually dangerous. You get the paddles can be pretty rough. The leather shit, the whips, and there's always a display area where someone is doing a demonstration of some kind of BDSM. For example, they're doing a little oil and lighting it on fire in somebody's body. There's someone who does the spanking with the leather tassels and shit. He does a figure eight on the ass cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely weapons there.
Yeah. So, okay, so yeah, I told you I have tons of questions. So I know that you've been to cons, you've been doing cons the last 15, 20 years? Is that?
Hey, bro, take it easy.
Wow.
Okay, for a period of time. How about this? An undisclosed period of time. Old enough to know better? Is that how it goes?
No. If I was doing cons when I was 20 years old, I would have been there at 16. So I started doing cons 2012, I'd say.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry. So about 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that you've seen a lot of really cool people and whatnot, and maybe even gotten a little starstruck at points. Has there been anyone at the Exotic Con where you were just like, oh my gosh, I love this person and I don't know what to say? Have you gotten starstruck at the Porn Con?
Starstruck. There was the first Exotica that I did. There's a strip club nearby. It is about 45 minutes away. It's the club that they do the Exotica after party called Sapphire 39. And they did after party that year, and they featured Alexis Texas. And I got a text from the VIP manager saying she's going to do one dance, and if you want, it's all yours. So I was like, all right. So because I had previously mentioned to him, he's always saying, hey, Pat, we got so-and-so here, and it's always a porn star, and I'm never interested. So I said to him, I was like, listen, if you ever get Alexis Texas, Jada Stevens, the kid's there, okay? So it happened. He told me that, and I came down, and I did the dance, but it was honestly a waste of money, bro. It was as soon as I got there, she met with me, and we sat down, and we had a drink, and she was like, listen, you do the dance, it's going to be just like this. I don't dance anymore at all. When I appear at these things, my girls dance down on stage. I'm just here to appear and make the money. So if you want to do the dance, cool. If not, okay too. So that was me being starstruck, because anybody else, I would have said, oh, obviously no. That's so weird to do that. But I felt, I can't say no to an icon. She is undeniably an icon. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. So we pretty much did her podcast in the room. And she actually said, because she didn't know that I was a writer, so when we started talking and she was asking questions, she was like, actually, do you want to do my podcast tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, I'll see. So we talked and we did that. And, when you're meeting someone who's famous in whatever field, whether it be comics, movies, porn, if you're at Exotica or at 420 Expo too, a lot of porn stars, it always starts out where you don't really know what to say, but then they're just a person, So that was the one story, and the other one was Alex Cole. I saw her at the Exotica that we went to, the second one last year. It was Exotica DC. And Alex Cole was at this booth. It's not OnlyFans. It is some other kind of fans. It's like an OnlyFans competitor. So I saw her there, and it was the opening night, and there was no one there. So I talked to my guy Steve, who helps me run Shiki Comics, and I was like, Steve, we're looking to book models for the photo shoot covers. Why don't you go talk to Alex right now? And he was kind of scared. So I was like, fuck it. Tomorrow, me and you will both do it. So we waited until she had an opening, went over there, talked to her, and at first, a little bit, tense. Like, you don't know what to say. Like, you're coming up to someone and sort of cold pitching them. But what I found is very true about people at Exotica is that the warmth is at a different level. When Alex Cole realized that we were gonna, be talking business to her, the way that she opened up and was so friendly was immediate. Whereas, I think at Comic-Con, editors are so much more used to that they're kind of on guard. Like when you go and pitch to an editor, it's like, I got another guy talking stories to me. I'm just trying to chill. Where at Exotica, you show a adult talent a metal comic cover, a comic saying we could put you on this, and it's something brand new to them. So that there's this kind of allure to us being outsiders that has prevented us from feeling that disconnect when we're talking to these bigger stars.
That's cool. That's really interesting. I think I've got all my questions out for the moment. but if more show up, trust me, I'll ask.
I'm here for you, man.
Oh.
So I randomly came, since we're talking about erotica and stuff like that, I recently came to an epiphany in my life that I'll share randomly. That is a completely kind of 180 to this, but in the same subject matter. So I have always had a fear of cross-dressers. They freak me out.
Here we go, bro.
No.
The South.
Here, it's been very traumatic to me. And I think I figured out why, because I don't have a problem with, Rent is one of my favorite movies of all time. I have any of that. What I found out what it was, like after deep thinking about it for a long time, it's the aggressiveness of a crossdresser. Like when they're, how they're very familiar, they'll touch you, and that personal space is what the problem is. It's not actually the actual cross-dressing thing. And that was very interesting and uplifting and really changed my life. And I got to reflect on that. You're welcome. That's what I'm sharing. How do you feel about that, Chuck? Kat, thoughts?
I mean, I think we didn't all grow up with, dude looks like a lady. So, it just.
I mean, I did.
For some people, That's true. I don't know what your excuse is then. Didn't you ever watch Mrs. Doubtfire? Come on, they're great.
Woo! I can't do it. Yeah, I just randomly came up with that the other day, and I was just like, interesting. Because I've always had this disconnect to it because I love Rent. Angel's one of my favorite character who is a cross-dresser. And I was like, how I clearly don't have an issue with cross-dressing. There's got to be something that with me that's right.
Yeah, love that movie.
Though there's one thing about Angel that never gets discussed. I can't believe it. Angel murders a dog,
Right.
Everyone's okay with it. To me,
Everyone's completely okay with it.
bro, listen. When I forget what his name is, but Angel's boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
That character I love. When the character sings his mournful song, to me, it's a high point of Rent, but at the same time, it's fuck Angel 24/7. The dog didn't need to go, you know? And, and she's boasting about it. To me, get the fuck out of here, you know?
I'm just saying, it's interesting. Now I'm struggling to think of his name right now.
I really appreciate the fact that you are undoubtedly a cat fan, but you were pissed off about this dog death.
Yeah, you know,
that's good.
I am definitely a cat person. I grew up with dogs, though, you know. I still have. In fact, I was just over my girl's place in Texas. She fosters dogs. So while I was there were 3 different dogs at different points in her place. And a lot to deal with, but they have good hearts. Bro, I don't want the things to die. They're just annoying, you know?
Yeah. Where is she in Texas?
She's near Austin.
Fuck, me too.
What?
Yeah.
No, Chuck is. Really.
Yeah, we could have hung out. I'm right in between.
Why you said fuck? I was like, oh.
I know. I took that a different way.
Oh, yeah. No. I just like, you were that close. That's all.
Got you.
No, he's saying dogs are running the streets, and he now knows a place where they can go.
Bro, it's true. So when I first got there, she has a plan to go to a foster place to foster a dog. This is on Valentine's Day. They're closed that day, so she makes plans to go the next day. We're driving home back to her place, and we see 2 dogs running down the street in the middle of the night. It was a this like mutt kind of dog, beautiful, a shepherd, blue eyes, brown fur, crazy pattern, and a fucking French bulldog. Just 2 dogs booking it in the middle of the night. So she pulls the car over, opens the door, and goes. I'm like, oh, here we go, you know. So the dogs get into the car. She drives them home, and they're in the house. So that night, she goes on Facebook and she goes to like her neighborhood group and writes about the dogs. And the next day, there's someone in there, the owner, picking them up. I was amazed by all this. And then that very next day, she goes back to the foster place and actually gets a dog and then brings that dog home. So this is the most dog action I've had in quite a long time.
So I recently bought a $50 Rob Liefeld cover, and I'm not sure why I did it, but I'm fascinated by the process. Rob Liefeld's he wrote this book called Last Blood, and he's literally selling it in small, like 50. He'll make a cover and sell it in 50 backs at like $50 a piece. And it is I'm not sure if he's a genius or a con man or what, but it's working. He's got $100 variant, $70 $5 variant, and 50, not variant, like signed edition or remark and stuff, and sell them all day long at $50 a pop. Like that is mad cash.
So 50 is the lowest?
50 is the lowest because I bought one unsigned with no art on it. It's a sketch cover basically.
What?
It's a blank sketch cover.
It's a blank sketch cover. It's just red. It's red with a. I'll go get it if you want to see it.
Yeah, please. And where's
I want to see what you spent $50 on.
Oh, in person.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah. Bro, yeah. His
I'd like to see the reason why Heather's going to leave him.
Rob's con presence is insane. I remember the first con that I did as myself, because I did a bunch with Zenoscope for years. The first one I did as Pat. I was there with Amy, and it was like 4 rows in this hotel, and who was at the end of it? Rob Liefeld. The entire con, there wasn't a single moment where there was anyone but aligned to him. The line snaked through the entire con leading to his table, and all you really do was pitch to people who were waiting on him. It was insane. It was insane.
Let me pull it out of the bag because it's the light's reflecting, so you can't really see it. This is the cheapest one you can get.
So
wait, is that even? Is it glossy?
No. It's just it's a harder cover stock, but not crazy expensive.
No, but I'm saying like the front cover is not matte.
You could draw on it, but you need a marker. You need a marker, yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
It's not like a sketch cover.
did he do the interior art?
Yeah. It's
Okay, he did. Yeah. I just thought he did the cover, and I'm like, you got fucked.
So, what company is this?
It's him. It's just him. So this is. Do you remember Bloodstrike back in the day?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
This is. I'm a Rob Liefeld mark. So this is a Bloodstrike, but I had to buy it just because of. So this is one. There's a white version, and there's a black version, and then there's one with a character on the cover, and those are the covers. And I think it's like a chrome variant and stuff. But like the guy is making bank with these limited releases, and it's wild. I can't figure out if he's a genius, a con man, or what the plan is. But I mean, I fell for it, so I guess whatever. I bought it more out of curiosity. I wanted to see the price. I wanted to see what was inside. Like I wanted to see if I'd actually get it because he ran a Kickstarter, remember, and no one got it. Like, it's wild. But I mean, it is our future, right? Like if we can get to a certain level. I mean, we're writers for the most, but imagine just being able to do this and just doing like a whatnot and like because you've got a fan base and people buy it because it's so limited, $50 a piece.
It's true. I mean, I used to kind of be turned off by the idea of single issues being $20 on Kickstarter, but the fact of the matter is that not only is it what people are paying for, but it's what the market needs to exist. They're collecting items, they're small print runs compared to what you get at Marvel or DC. And yeah, no, that's I don't know about $50, but the future is definitely more along those lines,
Yeah. No, it's wild, and it's such a limited run. It's really crazy that he's doing. And again, like it's so limited, right? Like I brought this up and you guys aren't aware of it because you're not in the Rob Liefeld circle. So right. It's so limited, right? It's literally going to his like core people who would do something like this. I have a love for Rob for his book. I know they're bad. Like I know they're bad and ridiculous. But there's something like the youth of me, 50 for printing of it. It's just baffled.
It's definitely incredible. I do wonder what the print run is.
He tells you the print run. I can tell you. Hold on. He does tell you the print run of them because he's trying to keep it up front, which is the smart thing to do, at least,
If he's telling the truth, yes. I did a print run of make up a number, Phil. What sounds fair? What are these idiots?
And I can flip it. By the way, they're selling right now. If you go on eBay, I can sell it for $100.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So I mean, it's flippable. So right now, it's pretty flippable. I could sell it so I could make my double. And I'm thinking about reading it and then selling it because I don't care that much. Let me see. He did put the print runs on here in his group at one point.
Hey, buddy, chill.
So, but it's wild, and I think it's interesting. I love like Whatnot, Substack, all those things. I love new ways to sell comics. Like even if they don't work, I love them. Because I think Substack was a extreme success. I think they brought a lot of people on. I think it's a great platform. And I think like, though it didn't do what it was supposed to do, it did put a lot of new books on the market. But I think Kickstarter would have been in a better spot if it went the other way. Because I don't know if you know this. I think I've said this with you, Chuck. Donnie Cates, his book Vanish, that was hot at Image, he didn't put it on Kickstarter because he got the money from Substack. Imagine if Donnie Cates, at his height of his career, because he was at the height of his career, went to Kickstarter. That would have been fucking amazing. Would have done great for Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Kickstarter could be what he does now. Like that would be if I were Donny Cates, Kickstarter is the path forward, I think.
Yeah. Coming back from like the sickness and illness, and like, yeah, I could see that. Because once you have a fan base, you're fine. You're doing okay. It's just finding that initial fan base and building it. And some people are building it on Kickstarter, but if you go outside and you bring them in, you're doing great. I mean, look at someone like Carl Kessel. Like, I love Carl, but Carl was never huge, but he did get a strong enough small fan base to be able to carry him to $20,000, $30,000 Kickstarter, which is great.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Because
Thorny, my cool cousin
Substack.
used Substack to stockpile all the stuff he has coming out on Vertigo now. Wait, who's your cousin there?
My cool cousin used to stockpile all this stuff, and I was giving up. Jerry, go to bed. But seriously, can I have your cousin's number? Damn it, I'm trying to find, like, it's all these people sharing that they got their copies. Which I didn't do, by the way. I'm not that much of a fanboy. I did pay $50 though, so I'm still part of the con.
I mean, he's a nice guy.
Is he though? Like, and I say this, like, I like Rob Liefeld. Let me, before I say anything, I like Rob Liefeld, but the dude's nuts. And like, if you do any research, like half the stuff he says isn't, like, his memory of things is not always right, but he runs a podcast. Like, he remembers everything.
Fine. Listen. I'll change the word.
Okay.
He's an affable guy.
Correct. Yes.
He's very
great writer word.
And here's the thing. I believe that his take on what happened, I'd say that he believes it. I don't think that.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he's lying.
I don't think he's lying at all. He seems like, I don't think he has a bad heart. I think he's outspoken, and I mean, he was back then, and he's now. He's a disruptor, and I like that. He's just he doesn't go out of his way to be liked. That's for sure.
But he's also proved but he's proved it success time and time again.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't mind someone being braggadocious or whatever. You just got to prove it, right? You got to prove it every time.
Yeah.
And I think he does. Like, even to this day, like, I bought a $50 cover. He clearly he owned me. I can't find this print run for the life of me, but he did say it. I think it's like 50. It's under 100 for each cover.
I mean, under 100 makes sense for $50 then.
Yeah. It's under 100. And I think it's under 100. But again, it's just color palettes. There's a red one, there's a blue one, there's a he just comes up with different colors. And then he did one. What's that?
Do any of them have art on the cover?
They all have art. Yeah, one of them does. Yeah, one of them has art, and one of them's a manga edition, which he does in black and white and red, with different shading, which is kind of interesting.
Okay.
Is it his version of manga, or do they actually
his
get
version
a manga
of manga?
artist?
Yeah, it's manga-ish. Yeah, I mean, it's still Rob Liefeld's art, so you can't do crazy. Yeah, I'll give you guys a screenshot of the other covers. I just went past a minute ago. But it's interesting. Dude, I'm so fascinated by like a Jim Lee, right? Who can go into the other room and be like, "Oh, honey, do we need a new bedroom set? Let me go sketch something up this afternoon."
Oh, that's true.
Right? Like it's wild.
Yeah, but then you also have guys like I was reading something from Larry Hama, who was saying that his page rate hasn't changed in like 30 years. So,
right.
And he said, it's kind of the way the business is. And I've basically sort of hit a spot, and he was like very open. He was like, people said that they hated that my last G.I. Joe thing was shit, even though people bought it and it seemed to do well. But they're saying that's why things haven't changed, but they haven't changed in decades and decades. So I don't think it has anything to do with that. There's just something wrong with the business. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, Sarah, don't ask me about shipping costs from Canada. That's the one thing I'm frustrated the most about.
So
Honestly,
bad.
I'll still have a wife living here and partners in Eric and Sean. So hopefully what that does, it actually makes things a little easier on everybody, because we might now have multiple ways to ship from Canada and from the United States and save people on both sides of the border money. So that's the hope, but I'm not promising shit.
So this is the cover. So obviously ignore the Thundercats.
Yeah. Okay, so huh. And, and the red one's the cheapest one.
What do you mean by that?
Well,
It costs
you
the
said
least
it
amount of
was only
money.
$50 for that one.
Oh no! I think you can get any of the base ones for 50. Like it's when you add the signature or
Oh,
when
he draws on it.
Yeah, it's not like a full drawing. It's an etching of his name. Hold on, you guys still seeing my screen, right?
Yeah.
You see me scroll? Yeah, let me show you.
I see that your tab says OnlyFans.
So this is the 75. Okay, that's Rob's signature.
Yes, definitely just a signature. Yeah.
Okay, and then the 100 is. Let me see if we got 100 here.
Are those all CGC witnessed?
Right. Well, I mean, you can't really get them CGC, but I guess you could if you went to this private signing shenanigans. But hold on. So that's the 75 one. See, that's where see that where he writes Liefeld like that. That's the 100. I know it's not on the
Actually, it's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah.
So that's the $100 version is doing it that. I don't think there's one on that. No.
I just looked up Rob Liefeld net worth. It says $2 million. It's got to be more than that. It's got to be more.
Mm.
He's made some bad financial decisions. Oh, there you go. So he's done one right there.
No, that's sick. Yeah, that's cool.
He's done some bad financial decisions. Like he ran his studio so poorly that he had to lose Youngblood. I don't know if you know that.
No.
So his main book, Youngblood, he had to lose it. He sold it to some company to keep things afloat. So he's made some bad financial decisions, but I think he's made some good ones too. I think it's more than 2 million, but I don't think I think he's like Eastman. Eastman made a ton of money, spent out a ton of money, and they're still wealthy, but they're not where they were.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's time to go to bed. We've hung out for a little bit. I've loved spending time with you guys. You guys are good people. I like all of you. What's in it? Are you going to what's the next con you're going to? I saw your con list. You're not going to Baltimore, Pat?
Oh, I mean, the con list is only for the first half of the year. I think I went through May. Baltimore's up in the air. I don't know. Probably leaning toward no this year, but we'll see. I'll probably do Florida SuperCon again.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I think you should come for those other cons that we talked about down here.
No, I know. It's just that I like Miami.
Yeah. It's I just got an invite to it. I'm actually going to ask him for a guest and see if I can get a guest, but we'll see. Did you ask for a guest?
I did last year, and he was weird about it. He was like, he gave a timeline of when I'm supposed to ask, and I was just like, all right. I mean, like, I got to do a fucking math equation to figure out when you want me to ask. Like, just guess me, But
they're weird pop. That's why.
They are weird about that. I mean, they're weird about every show, in my experience.
I mean, you told me before, right? That you can't get into New York Comic Con, but artists who only have your cover can get into New York Comic Con.
Happens all the time, yeah. And like, I know how they approach certain things. Like, because I'm close with the guys who run Zenoscope, they'll tell me like, ReedPop will approach publishers and say shit like, we have all these people who applied for Artist Alley. Pick your favorite 6. And the publisher will go through and say who they think ReedPop should bring, is what I've heard.
Wow.
You know, Zenoscope was at MegaCon this year, but their booth was not very impressive. It was just a small little thing. It looked like a Artist Alley thing. So I don't know if it was the right Zenoscope or it was just a smaller team of it, because it just looked like a small banner and like very, very limited product, like nothing.
Yeah, no, with the cons like that, they're not going to have a full, a full show. They saved the full show for San Diego and New York, pretty much, is my understanding. They shows like Fan Expo, GalaxyCon, it's generally like double the size of an Artist Alley booth, and they have a backdrop. And GalaxyCon gives them some stuff. Like I was a guest through Zenoscope at GalaxyCon Austin, and they give you their own banners there. So I had a big banner with Zenoscope's art on it that they made with my name on it. So they kind of hook you up. But as far as if I were Zenoscope, I also wouldn't be sending a bunch of stuff to the medium-sized cons.
I mean, MegaCon is like number 5.
I was just saying, is MegaCon considered a medium?
Yeah, MegaCon's considered a lot. I mean, we had big booths for IDW and DC, and like and they were next. They just looked bad. They probably didn't look bad, to be honest. They just looked bad because they were next to DC, IDW. Like everyone around them was huge, and then they were that,
Right. I feel like, because here's the thing. Those cons, you make money, but you hemorrhage money, At ReedPop cons, to have a huge appearance, it's a big cost. So I really think that Zenoscope, they're a bit smarter financially than a company like IDW. More power to IDW. They gave me my first gig, but no one who gave me my first gig is still there, so I feel fine saying this. I look at a company like Zenoscope that is family run, that has been going on for a much longer time, and they're not showy. And I think that that lends to their longevity. I'd be surprised if they had that big of a showing, because you see the publishers that, I mean, even at San Diego's a big con. Zenoscope has a big showing there, but you see these small publishers, like really small publishers, they will have this huge booth space, and it's like you're doing that for the show, for the appearances of it all, and I personally don't think it evens out. So
no, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But I do think Zenoscope's a bigger company, when I think about them. And just, I mean, you have such beautiful art. Like Zenoscope, throw up 3 tall as shit banners with your pretty art, and Zenoscope's good. You know what I'm saying? Instead of one backdrop, throw 3 double-sized banners up, and you're good to go.
Definitely.
Tablecloth, you're good to go. All right, I'm going to do the outro. Does anybody tell people where they can find you, Kat?
Sure. You can find me at, where can you find me? Lifewithkatie.com is my website. It has all my socials on there. And if you are in Michigan, I am doing a convention next weekend, the first weekend in March, at Midland Mall. So I'll have a table there, and it won't be a big table. Don't worry, Pat. Just a little 8x10 square.
That's the way.
Chuck, where can people find you?
Okay, yeah. Guys, you can find me on Facebook, Chuck, Pineau, Instagram, same thing, Twitter, at Chucky Pin, and of course, I am all over YouTube, Chuck's Raw Reviews, and of course, you can find me every Wednesday on the EXP at 8 Eastern and 5 Pacific for my Talkin' Treats Trivia, where we talk with absolutely amazing creators, like all 3 of these guys who have been on the show before, and they come on, we talk to them, and then Wendy and I create some really fun trivia based around the kinds of things themes and ideas that they explore in their books and such, and they give away an awesome prize to the winner.
And do you know this, Chuck? Because I'm bad at communicating. You know you're live on Kickstarter next month.
For Broke Down, right?
Yeah. Next month we're launching.
Dude, hit my fat ass up. I'll go on shows and make this happen, man. You know me.
We'll make it happen. But
I'll come out of the woodwork, brother, especially for you.
Nice. We got some really cool covers. I'm really excited about it. Should be good.
I am too.
I'm not, because every time you release it, my car breaks down. It's just this weird connection.
My cars normally break down during it too, so it makes you feel better. Matt, where can people find you?
One second. Get out of here. Pat Shand, pretty much everywhere at Pat Shand, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that. My company is Space Between Entertainment. We're on social media at Space Between Ent. Cheeky Comics is banned from Twitter. It's crazy that,
what?
Yeah, the platform was supposed to be taken over with the intention of free speech, and you see all these porn bots and everything. But we, went through lengths to even censor our covers on Twitter. But when we would retweet our campaigns, we'd always get flagged, and then it was suspended. With no reason given why. So you can't find us on Twitter, but Space Between Ent for all of our shit there, and on Instagram, Cheeky Comics. On Substack, I'm doing my newsletter now. It's Pat Shand. So just my name and my company's name pretty much everywhere.
Do you think someone was out to get? I literally follow someone who shows boobs once a week on her profile.
Constantly.
That's the reason I followed them.
Do I think it's reported? No. I do think that Twitter does target links that lead elsewhere, and they use things like that. Because I think if I hadn't been linking to so many Kickstarters, I think that I would have been fine. But the mixture of sexy imagery and the links, I think, is what did me in. But that's just my theory.
Okay, it's better than like people out to get you, right? Like reporting you every time they see your shit. Like I'd rather go. Elon Musk is the bad guy than people.
No, I mean, I'm sure that happens. I trust people as little as Elon. Elon's, but I'm sure that happens too. I just don't think it was the call, like the source of it.
All right. Well, I'm going to do my outro, and we are outie 5,000.
Stop, buddy.
Thank you guys for hanging out. I got a cool outro, Chuck, if you want to watch it.
I'm watching.
All right. Where is it? Bye.